What is up, everybody? Welcome, Free-to-Play Nation, to another Padawan stream. I am Padawan. As you guys know, I love Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, but I hate spending money on mobile games. And I believe that you can dominate this game without even spending a dime. And you guys know we have been doing our best to dominate, and we are having a blast. And another man who is also dominating this game, Warrior, has his roster spotlight up for today. And he reached out to me in Discord and he said, hey, what if I joined the stream live and we looked at the roster together, and that way I can explain what I'm doing, what I'm farming, what's going on, and anybody can ask me questions. So I think that would be a blast to do. We're going to try that. You guys are going to have to bear with us because we will probably have to change some sound settings around to make sure that everybody gets heard properly. But we already got Warrior in the chat, says deploy the likes. Brian Thompson says, what is up, everyone? Tim Gibbons is in the chat. Hey, everyone. Raise my family. Jacob is here. Hi, what's up? What's up, Jacob? Dom is here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the music altogether. It's going to be a little weird for me to not have that music going on, but I think it'll be better for the roster spotlight if the music is not drowning out Warrior. And now, for everybody who's in the chat, help us out. Warrior, if you don't mind going ahead and unmuting yourself and introducing yourself to the chat. And you guys tell me, can you hear him? I don't know, tell us a little bit about your day, and I'll pull up your account here.
All right, will do. Thank you so much for having me here. My name is Warrior, and I am the roster review spotlight for today. And I really appreciate he does this. I think it's awesome, and yeah, I'm just excited. Is my volume okay? Can you guys hear me okay? See what they say in the chat.
Yeah, let's see what they say in the chat. Okay, well, I know I can hear you just fine, which is fantastic.
All right, that's good.
But let me see if I need to change any settings here in the Discord. Brian Thompson says you can hear Warrior. Do you guys hear him hear him well enough? I don't want it to be like a whisper. Okay, Nice Name says, okay, nice. Brian says hear him. Dom says definitely quiet. Okay, so let's see if I can change any settings here. What if I do
You can
this?
turn the volume up if you go to the voice settings. I think default is set to the middle, and it's like, so I think I'm at half volume by default by Discord.
Voice and video. I got microphone input volume. Output volume is to the max. Looks like I've already set that up to the max. Maybe if I change the settings in Streamlabs to increase the desktop audio. Let's see here. Go ahead and start telling us. I'm already seeing two things that I love. Geos in your arena squad and number one in the fleet. So tell us some stuff about what we've already seen on this page right here, and I will try to increase your volume here.
All right, sounds good. So I built my account from the beginning, free-to-play account, and my primary goal were two goals. First, I want to dominate the fleet, and second, I want to build my account for Grand Arena. And that's exactly what I did. I started farming the geos right up and early, and what really helped me were the two galactic chases that came out. We had a Geonosian Brood Alpha galactic chase, and we had the Malevolence galactic chase. I was able to unlock the Geonosian Brood Alpha because he's a 4-star unlock. The chase was up for around a week, so I got to unlock the Geonosian Brood Alpha when I was around level 50, and that helped my account tremendously to get through Galactic War and get through the other game modes that give you resources like mods and stuff like that. And then that was the first thing I was gearing. So I geared all my Geonosians to a gear 12, except for the Spy. I took him to a gear 13. And then I decided to leave Pogler at a gear 11 because the gear he needed for a gear 12 was kind of steep, and he only needs to be 16,500 power for the WAP mission. So I just left him there. And with the Malevolence, you really only rely on the Geonosian Spy coming in, and the Hyena Bomber and the Vulture Droid, if you have the Malevolence, can kind of carry you to getting first place in Fleet Arena.
Fantastic. Obviously proven by the fact that you're currently sitting at first place in Fleet Arena. So you went ahead and got a Relic 5 Spy this Geo squad right here has no problem getting a watch shard. I noticed that you don't have the Brood Alpha Zeta yet. Is that because this account is very young, or is that something you're planning to get?
So I have one reason. It may be a little bit debatable, but as you know, Darth Vader is a very good counter to the Geos.
Yes.
And if I believe that if there's that extra brood starting off in the beginning slot, and the enemy team has the Emperor Palpatine lead with Darth Vader combo,
Yeah.
they can just completely wipe out your team before you even get a turn. But when there's only 5 slots, it doesn't allow for Darth Vader to do 2 cycles of Merciless Massacre. So it just gives me a little bit more of a chance.
That is
But
true, man. That's a very interesting
sorry.
take. I love it that you're thinking outside the box. You're not just doing what everybody says to do, but you're saying, here's an idea of something that might work or might not. Because once you put the Zeta on, you can never take it back off. But if you haven't put it on yet and it's working great for you, maybe that's the way to do it. That's a very good perspective. That's cool. Thank you for that.
Yeah. I probably should put it on, but I am also lacking on a bit of Zetas, so I prioritize some of the other Zetas first.
Yeah, as we all are, right? We are all definitely lacking on Zetas. Well, let's take a look like we like to do at your stats. First of all, 1.2 million galactic power. Almost an even split between characters and ships, which is really cool. And obviously, based on what we're seeing on this front page, you are number 1 in the fleet arena, which is beautiful, beautiful. That is so exciting. And then let's look like we like to do here. The gear donated 32 pieces. You are a man after my own
not
heart.
very great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, your account is young, and second of all, a young account, it needs all the gear that it has. For sure it does. So I totally understand not donating a lot, but that is cool. And let's see. Look at this, you guys. He's got about the same amount of fleet arena battles won as squad arena battles. So he is pushing hard in all directions, getting all the rewards he possibly can. That is awesome. That is awesome. Now, is this how old is your account? If you don't mind asking me that, how long have you been playing this account?
So this is day 146 right now. I've been grinding. I've been playing every day. I haven't missed a single day. So I would say that this is probably around the maximum efficiency you can get. I've been playing every day, and one of my biggest achievements on this account that I'd like to share, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I've never lost a Galactic War battle since when I first unlocked it.
Serious?
I never lost a single Galactic War battle, and now I can sim it. So that's one of the things I'm really proud of, and that helped me get my ships and my geos to 7-star fast, so I could start pushing into the top 10 and then eventually top 5. And then once I got Malevolence, it was first place every single day.
Man, that is awesome. Congratulations, because this particular roster that I'm seeing here in front of me, it looks like it'd be tough to do Galactic War with this roster. I don't want to look too much because there's a lot of good stuff to look at, but what did you use in the Galactic War that you never lost the Galactic War?
Well, so I don't know if you heard in the beginning I said the Geonosian Brood Alpha chase.
Yeah.
I was able to actually unlock the Geonosian Brood Alpha at level 50, so I only had to go through around 2 Galactic Wars without the Geonosian Brood Alpha.
That's sick.
And then once I got the Geonosian Brood Alpha, the plus 15,000 max health, and just all of his abilities basically made me get through Galactic War easily. Like, it wasn't even a struggle. Geonosian Brood Alpha is so good at the early game, and it's a shame you can't get him. Like, I feel really lucky that I got him, and I know it's kind of hard to replicate that because you can't get Geonosian Brood Alpha right off the get-go, but that's what allowed me to do that.
Yeah, but what you did, though, is you took what was happening in the game at that moment, and you used it to propel you into the most efficient and best way to possibly play the game. I mean, I think that's one of the things that defines a lot of the free-to-play nation people is that they are basically looking at all aspects of the game at all times to say, what can I do to get ahead? I'm not going to pay. What can I do besides paying money to get ahead? And that's what you did, and that is awesome. Maybe this Iden Versio, maybe Second Sister. I mean, any marquee that comes out could really transform anybody's Galactic War experience on the way up, maybe their fleet experience, maybe their anything, So I encourage all of you guys to do what Warrior did, take advantage of, galactic chases, anything that comes up to try to get ahead and do something maybe a little different than other people do to get ahead. The chat is blowing up over here. Kazir says, we will watch your career with great interest. Nice, I'm just impressed about the Galactic War. Not even a single dropped Galactic War. Kazir says, genius. Coleman Traver says, how did he chase Geonosian Brood Alpha? There was an event, Coleman, that was really short, but what was it, Warrior? What was it? What kind of energy did you have to spend?
I believe it was normal energy, and I can't remember if it was only on the hard nodes, or I can't remember what it was, but there was a criteria, and I'm pretty sure it was normal energy on dark side or light side, and I basically said I'm only going to spend light side energy for 1 week, so I can try to get as close as I can to unlocking him.
Yeah.
And I did my 3 normal energy refreshes a day, and I was able to, I think I got like 86 shards of him throughout the chase. So I kind of calculated the math. I was like, is this possible? And then I was like, if I can get as long as I don't get bad RNG with the drop rate, I think it's definitely possible. And I think there's like 20 or 30 other people in my Squad Arena shard who also did it.
Yeah.
So that was really helpful. And it allowed me to get like top 100 in Squad Arena while the crystals were still an active part of Squad Arena.
Oh wow! So that helped you a lot too.
Yeah, it didn't only help me really like get the mod challenges and stuff going. Well, actually, I wasn't able to do the mod challenges because it was only a 4-star, but it helped me in Squad Arena because all the other free-to-play players are not able to beat the Hyperdrive players right away. But Geonosian Brood Alpha gives you all that stat boost. And it's really the best low-level team that can actually punch above its weight, the Geos,
for sure.
I feel like.
For sure. Well, we talked about the Geos, and they are amazing, and it is super exciting that you used them all the way up from level 50. That's incredible. And then you've used them into the fleets, and now you're using them to get rank 1 plus the Malevolence fleet. I see you've got General Grievous here at 6 stars. Double Zated. Gear, what is this? Gear 11, just ready to go to Gear 12, probably almost as soon as possible. You got all his abilities maxed out. You were going hard after this Malevolence fleet.
Yeah, I decided my mods on Grievous are not that great, but I gave him the gold mods. I think they're called A mods, so 5 A mods, so that he can have the most galactic power, so his speed's the fastest.
Right.
And then as soon as he gets to a 7-star, the goal is to take him to Gear 13. It makes a great droid bomb team, whatever it's called.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Now, just so you know, and for everybody that's watching to know, there is no difference for the ship in 5 mods. If it's a 5 gray mod or a 5 gold mod, they give the same stats, power, speed, everything to the ship. What makes a difference is how many dots it is and what level it is. So even if you had all level 15 gray mods, his ship with stats would not change from that. But if they're already at gold, then as soon as you get him to Gear 12, you can take them all to 6 dot mods, and then them being six dots will add a lot of stats to the ship. But just so you know, for all your future ship modding, as long as they're level 15, got him coughing over here, as long as they're level 15 5 dot mods or level 15 6 dot mods, that's where you get your changeover in power and strength that's added.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't actually aware of that. Yeah, those mods are definitely not 6 dot mod worthy. A lot of them don't even have speed. I put the ones that were the highest ranking, so thank you for that. I should be able to change in some better health mods that actually have some speed secondaries. That's a great tip.
No problem. And actually, Grievous, he doesn't need a lot of speed. He needs a lot of health. So, I mean, I don't know how much health. Well, let's take a look. If you don't mind, let's take a look. I don't want this to be a 2-hour stream of a roster spotlight, but while we're looking, let's look. Okay, health primary. Beautiful. That's great with some flat health and some speed. This is a great mod for Grievous, even though it's only got 7 speed. I personally would go ahead and throw that up to 6 dots. And I know you probably know that Grievous actually gets 0 benefit from offense, period. 0 benefit. Offense stat on Grievous has nothing to do with how much damage he does. It is exclusively his health stat. So Now that you know that, perhaps you can find a health primary, or what's even better for Grievous, I think, is a crit damage primary for the triangle with some health in the secondary. But you've got 7 speed, you know, I mean, 7 speed is not nothing, you know, especially with an early account. 7 speed on a triangle, that's pretty great. Speed is hard to find on triangles, you know? It definitely is. And once again, this would be, I know you already said why you put these mods on them. I'm not trying to criticize. I'm just trying to take this opportunity to share with everybody. Health on the cross for Grievous, for sure. Health on the cross. Offense does nothing for his damage. If you look at his abilities, all of his abilities say this Grievous attacks deal damage based on his health instead of his physical damage. Grievous wounds based on Grievous's max health. And then Skittering Horror is based on Grievous's max health. So it's not, it has nothing to do with his offense stat doesn't matter. That's all I'm saying. His offense stat doesn't matter.
That's absolutely true. That's one of my next modding projects, as I said. Some of my other mods in the account are much better. I don't know if you could look at my Grandmaster Yoda's mods next.
Whatever you want me to look at. You do the steering, I'll do the clicking. How about that?
Thank you. But yeah, for Grievous, that's one of my next projects. I want to try to get a good 6-dot mod set on him when he's able to go to a Gear 13, because I think that will be very important. But right now, I'm not really having a huge use for him. I set him with Nuke Gunray in Grand Arena, and I set him with the B1 because it dies a ton of times.
Yeah.
And I set it with the Dark Trooper sometimes because it dies at a different time too. So that's what I do for Grand Arena. But now I definitely need to work on his mods.
B1's deaths don't trigger Grievous except for the final death, just so you know. B1 is a fantastic choice to go with Grievous, but it's not because every time he dies, he triggers Grievous, just so you know. And it's the same with Dark Trooper as well. He only triggers Grievous on the final death. But he does die at a different time than the other droids do. So yeah, getting Grievous
taken off. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So let's look at Grandmaster Yoda. Speed Arrow with crit chance, which is fantastic for Yoda. As you guys know, Yoda does all of his damage is special damage. And special damage, when you put relics on him, the special crit chance, I don't know what it is, but the point is special damage needs crit chance. Any chance you can get to get crit chance. So crit chance here is fantastic. Let's take a look at this. 10 speed here with crit damage. I love it. Plus flat offense. Amazing. 20 speed. Look at that, you guys. Wow, 20 speed here. That is great. 20 speed on a speed mod plus 2 hits in offense. And it's not just 2 hits in offense, you guys. This is 2 good hits in offense. Because offense, the maximum it can start is like 0.56, I think. So this is almost 2 maximum rolls of offense. That is a sick mod. Sick mod, my friend.
Is that the cross you're talking about there?
Yeah.
Or is that... Yeah, I think if I recall, that's a protection primary. I wish it were an offense primary, but...
Yeah, well, the thing is...
I have the Qui-Gon... Oh, sorry.
The thing is, I mean, it's fantastic for now, and it's going to be for Yoda, and once you get a better mod for Yoda, that mod will be fantastic on somebody else, you know? I mean, it's a fantastic mod. You'll never...
Thank you, I appreciate that.
It'll never be wasted.
Right now, it's actually helping with the damage a lot more than an offense would, because I have the Qui-Gon Omicron, that makes the speed go crazy. So right now, I'm really happy with my Yoda mods are probably my best mods.
Yeah, I can see that, man.
I have a few other ones, but
looking at the protection circle, 16 speed from 3 hits, plus flat offense. My gosh, you guys, this is a great mod to take to 6 dots and keep trying to slice that speed, because this means that this was a 5, and a 6 to hit this 16 speed with only 3 rolls. That's amazing. That is amazing. Let's look at this one here. Since we're, oh my gosh, 18s. You guys, this is a very early account. Would you say less than 150 days? You got some amazing mods.
Thank you, man. Yeah, this is day 146.
Wow. 18 speed from 4 hits. It's not just you're hitting a lot of speed. You're hitting quality speed. And then, so here's the offense percentage, which is fantastic. The thing about offense percentage, when you take it to 6 dot, it jumps up like a bunch. Like, it jumps up a bunch. I think if you have 2% offense percentage before 6 dot, I think it goes up to like 8% or something. It takes a huge jump. So offense percentage secondary is really worthwhile to take the 6 dots whenever you get a chance. Even if it's only one hit, it'll jump, like 4 times as much as it is currently. And 18
for
speed.
Sure. I need to get my Grandmaster Yoda to a Relic 8 for Jedi Master Kenobi if I want to go for him as a Galactic Legend. So
yes,
I definitely want to take him. I'm probably not going to Relic him right away because I think at Gear 12 with 6 dot mods under Qui-Gon, he's going to be doing fine. But I definitely want to get him to a Gear 12 soon as well.
And just one more beautiful mod before we move on. This square with 20 speed, 4 hits in speed for 20, which means you got a whole nother hit left to go that might happen. This could be what's going to get 1 when you take it to 6 dots. So this could be a 27 speed mod. This could be a 27 speed mod, depending on what it hits next time. And crit chance.
I'm really nervous to slice those mods because it can either feel amazing or I could miss speed on all of them.
Well, they're already amazing. They're already amazing. And when you take the offense square to 6 dots, the offense primary is going to go up a bunch anyway. So, I mean, even just slicing it to 6 dots and not slicing it any further is going to have huge value for the mods on Yoda. And I think you did mention, I just wanted to say one more thing since we're talking. I don't mean to be correcting a bunch of stuff. But you said when Grievous gets to Relic, you want to take his mods to 6 dots. It is true that Relic characters definitely benefit more from 6 dot mods, but you can put them to 6 dots even once they hit Gear 12. So even once he's Gear 12, you can already take his mods to 6 dots. For what it's worth. I mean, you probably already knew that, but just in case. Coleman Traver says, do crit chance and crit damage affect his damage? You're talking about Grievous, I assume? Yes, they definitely do. Crit chance is great on Grievous. Crit damage is great on Grievous, but the reason that Grievous doesn't need as much crit chance is because I believe it's his lead. All enemies have minus 40% critical avoidance. So, in a sense, I mean, it's not always this way, but in a sense, it's almost like 40% crit chance added to everybody on the Grievous team. So, I mean, you go for crit chance on Grievous, for sure. But yeah, that's a nice added benefit of Grievous's lead right there. Now, you mentioned, let's kind of look at big picture, okay? Because you're farming a lot of amazing things. I'm just going to kind of scroll slowly so everybody can salivate over your account. You mentioned Jedi Master Kenobi, is that right?
Yes.
Is that the plan for the first GL?
That is the plan, and the reason for that is I think that the characters needed to Relic Jedi Master Kenobi, a lot of them, especially now with the Qui-Gon Omicron, a lot of them are just really useful. Like, you have General Grievous, you have Grandmaster Yoda, you have Jango Fett. These are all characters that can do fantastic work in Grand Arena, and the plan is not to rush straight towards Jedi Master Kenobi.
Okay.
There is a few other characters that I want to Relic first because my goal is to get 10 teams for Grand Arena ready. And once I get those 10 teams for Grand Arena, I'm hoping that I'll be able to just fully lock down on Jedi Master Kenobi and farm him out. But some of the teams I'm trying to build, you might have noticed I have a Gear 11 Queel. And right now he's not really being used for anything, but the stat sharing capability he gives 40% of his, I think it's max health, offense, and protection to any scoundrel or droid allies. So the goal is, if I take him to a Relic level, hopefully a high Relic level, so say I take him to Relic 7. If I take Queel to Relic 7, and he's sharing 40% of those stats, it's basically like I'm going to have a Gear 12, Gear 11 scoundrel team for free, and I'm trying to take advantage of the Omicrons because I think that's another great way you can take advantage of what's currently out in the game.
Definitely.
So I have Qui-Gon's Omicron, and I'm 19 out of 20 for my next one. I'm looking to give Dash his Omicron, and if I have a Relic level Queel, and I have Vandor Chewbacca, they're not going to be able to die. No. So I'm hoping that team's going to mess people up in Grand Arena, and that's something I'm excited to build.
I was just thinking today, that some of these new characters that just came in the game, and Dash is one of them that I was thinking about, these teams are like rivaling Gas in quality. And Dash Rendar is one of those teams that I think it might be worth building a team around Dash Rendar very early game. And you've already got that planned out. Oh my gosh, that's going to be nasty. That is going to be nasty. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so for fleets, you've already got the Malevolence completely up and running. And I assume if you're going for Jedi Master Kenobi, your plan is for your second big fleet to be the Negotiator. Am I right?
Yep. So I didn't fully unlock the Malevolence from the Galactic Chase.
Okay.
I think I got around the same amount of shards I got for Geonosis and Brute Alpha. I think it was like 80 or something.
Okay.
And then I finished it out with Get 2. And as soon as I got it to a 5-star, I didn't waste any more on my Get 2 on it. I just started going straight for the Negotiator.
Okay.
And I have 130 for the Negotiator.
Dude,
so I should unlock
already?
that. I should unlock that.
You've
Yeah,
already got
I
the Malevolence and you're almost... Sorry.
A huge shout out to my guild. It wouldn't be possible without my guild.
Yeah.
You mind if I shout out the name of my guild?
Yeah, please do. I'll show it right here, too, on the stream. It shows right here.
All right, shout out to Age of Barbarism. Amazing guild, amazing alliance. It's the Barbarism Alliance. It's amazing guild.
Now, what do you love about the Age of Barbarism guild? What makes it a good guild to be a part of?
So they're a very efficient guild.
Okay.
Right now we are 185 million galactic power.
Serious. For how well you're doing, that seems like I would have expected 300, 350.
Yeah, so their main strengths are they're really good at territory war.
Okay.
So we're almost always winning territory war. I think I have let's see what their win streak is right here. We have 22 in a row wins in territory war.
Wow!
So yeah, it's gonna be a sad day when we lose, but it's really good. So we're getting a lot more Zetas and stuff like that, and also I've been able to complete the Challenge Rancor raid with the help of Mercs 3 times now.
Oh wow!
So I have 9 arrow magnifiers, and that's huge because you're getting all this gear and all the stuff for raids, obviously. So I think the best thing you can look at in a guild when you're starting off is you want to be looking at not so much the power, you want to be looking at how efficient they are.
Okay.
If you have a group of guild where everyone's playing the game, everyone's getting their tickets,
Yep.
everyone is trying to get better, and it's, for example, 150 million, I would say that's going to be better than a 180 million guild who has people who don't play for a week, the activities, not everyone participates in territory battles. I think the most important part is playing in a guild that people are willing to grow, and I love the community of the Age of Barbarism guild. It's really amazing.
That is fantastic, man. It's fantastic. So to sum up, you want a guild that is all basically heading in the same direction. Everybody's trying to get better. They're all getting their tickets, so you're doing lots of raids. Everybody's building good territory war teams. Just everybody's participating in every part of the game, so the whole guild benefits. And it would be better to be in a guild like that's 150 million, than even a probably 300 million guild that's just half lazy players, that don't really participate. And I mean, yeah, a focus. I feel like that's the same with Lothal. I know that the Senate has a lot of fantastic guilds, but Lothal's the one I'm in, so that's the one I love the most. Lothal is just it's the same way. It's the same way. And maybe Lothal and Age of Barbarism will fight in a territory war one day, and we can clash against each other. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, Coleman Traver says, sounds like he's describing our guild. He does. Brian Thompson, Lothal Pride. Yeah, and it just, whatever guild you're a part of, if you're proud of being a part of that guild, stick with it and do what you can to try to make it better. Anything you can do to try to make it better will help everybody else. And it's just so fun to be proud of the guild that you're in. And if you're in a guild that you're just like, I'm ashamed to be a part of this guild, then get out. go find a guild that you can be proud of, because that makes you want to play the game, and it makes you excited to celebrate other people's accomplishments and share your accomplishments with other people, and celebrate victory together. It's so fun. It's so fun. All right, man. Well, are there any final thoughts or things that you would like to share? Advice for other people? Anybody in the chat, do you have questions for Warrior that he can answer before we move on to the rest of the stream? What do you think, guys? I'll let you talk first, Warrior, and we'll let some questions come in the chat if you have any final thoughts.
Sounds good. Yeah, I would say the main three pieces of advice. First, focus on fleet. Don't ignore fleet. It's always going to be there. Well, actually, we don't know that. They might take crystals away, but as for now, it's there. So you want to focus on fleet, especially if you have a new account, because that's where you can really get your crystals. And don't ignore the energy refreshes. You might have seen my mods on Master Yoda, and the reason that I have a lot of good mods on this early account is because I have been refreshing the mod energy pretty much every day 3 times, and that's because I believe the mod energy is more important to prioritize refreshing than Cantina. Not only because Cantina is double the price, it's 100 crystals to refresh, but you're always going to be needing mods. You're going to be needing mods right now, and you're going to be needing mods when you're in Kyber 1. You're always going to be needing mods, so it's best to start farming them and getting ahead of everyone in Grand Arena as early as possible. And then the last piece of advice is just find a good guild. Like I said, if you find a good guild, the progress you can make from raids, territory battles, territory wars, guild donations, the progress is really huge, and that's what's going to separate the good players from the great players.
Great advice. Focus fleet, find a great guild, and refresh mod energy as much as possible. That we'll click around and look at a couple of other mods while maybe some questions come in the chat, but that is some fantastic advice, and this is an illustration of how that advice can really help you to build a fantastic account. And what this is it's like an amazing start, but you've also got a plan for the future. You've got a good foundation of income from your guild rather. A bunch of stuff's coming in from your fleets. A bunch of stuff is coming in, and you're taking that stuff and using it to grow quickly. So let's just do this. I think everybody in the chat is good to go with the questions. Just some salivating is mostly what's happening. Warrior, thank you so much for joining us, man. Ooh, Padme's the second fastest. Let's just look at a couple of these characters real quick. Padme with speed and health, 269. Fantastic. Yoda, I didn't even look at his speed.
Yeah, I think I have a 25 speed on her square on Padme, I think.
Wow, dude, you got some amazing mods. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't want this to turn into a big conversation, but I have a question for you, because I personally have been struggling with this. What is your mod process? It's obviously working. What do you like? Just if you could kind of give it to me in a basic way. I know you farm a bunch of mods. It starts with that, and then what do you do from there?
Well, you obviously, I don't want this to be a long conversation. This could go on forever, but in simple terms, as long as you keep farming it, as long as you're doing your refreshes, as long as you're farming for whatever you need, like if you need speed mods in your account, farm speed mods for a week. And then once you get enough speed mods, you want to go in to the ones that are, 9 speed, the gray ones that have 5 speed, you want to slice those. And the ones that have that amount of speed, you want to try to sim the materials needed so you can slice them up and just see. I wouldn't go slicing purple mods that are 10 speed or less unless they have really good other secondaries or a good primary. But a huge thing that I do is the credit crunch is really real, and that's one of the hardest struggles for me. In my account, I have 0 credits right now. And what I do is all the gray mods on the left side, so the square and the 2 ones beneath that, all those gray mods, I sell those mods because it's way too much credits to invest in them early game. and that's how I get a lot of credits back while I'm farming my mods.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So basically you have set some limits. It's like if it's this color, it needs to be this speed or higher, or I'm not messing with it anymore. You're selling a bunch of the gray mods on the left-hand side to not only not spend credits on them, but to fuel credits to invest in the other mods. And you've still got some great speed on that side. This Padme mod that you told me about, it's a square. It's on the left-hand side. It's 25 speed. So that doesn't, selling all those mods does not mean that you will end up with garbage mods on the left-hand side.
Yeah, because the mods on the left-hand side are just more plentiful than the mods on the right-hand side. I'm way more picky when it comes to the mods on the left-hand side, because if there's pretty much any mod that has a good primary and pretty much just some speed on the cross or the triangle, I'm going to invest in it, even if it only has 5 speed. I'm probably going to invest, 2 to 3 slices in it, just because I want to see if that, even if it hits speed once, the 10 speed mod with a critical damage primary on a triangle, that is a fantastic mod.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, great advice. And I think that, let's just check the chat and make sure that nobody's got any questions. We got some feedback. Sean Gibbons says, Padawan, hi, what's up? Coleman Traber says, always going to be needing relics, too. He's making the point that Cantina refreshes are also valuable, and that is true, Coleman, that Cantina refreshes are valuable because you will always be needing relics, and there's a bunch of characters in there. But if you take your crystals and throw too many of your crystals at acquiring new characters or gearing up characters, and you don't throw enough of your crystals at modding them, then your account's going to become increasingly more imbalanced. You're going to end up with more and more characters with more and more relics, but they're going to have bad mods. And I think that any endgame player, if you told them that they had an option between 2 accounts could be given to them, one account with all Gear 11 characters, but all of them had great mods, and another account with all Relic 5 characters, but they all had garbage mods, I think everyone would choose the Gear 11 well-modded account versus the Relic 5 account, because mods are that valuable. You can definitely, it feels like you can add gear a lot faster than you can get great mods. So that's,
well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. I don't want to take too much more time. I know this was already a longer roster spotlight, but
yeah,
thank
but
you
it
so
was
much.
fun. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm so bad with Discord, you guys. I'm trying to get back to the. I think I might have just canceled Discord. If we just lost you, Warrior, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you to hang up because
no problem.
Not sure that I can do it right. So I'm gonna let you hang up on the call. Thank you so much for joining us, and you guys, let's give a big round of applause to Warrior for his amazing account and his instructions. If you guys want a roster spotlight and you want to try to get on Discord and talk about it with me when we do it live, that would be fun. That would be fun. The link is up to the Discord is in the description. In the Discord, there's a channel called Roster Spotlight Requests. Put your ally code in the Roster Spotlight Requests section and get on the list. And we just do one per stream to just try to show off what are other people doing, what are they farming, and how's it working out for them. And this is a great opportunity to take a look at that. Everybody's putting emojis in the chat. What an account. Yes, definitely. Dr. Nucleator, yo, Padawan, what's up? What is up, my friend? Nice Snipe says, I think I'm already going to go. I went skiing with my class today because of all the adrenaline rushes. I'm very tired. Thank you so much for dropping by, Night Snipe, as always. Glad to have you. And get some sleep after all of that fun times with the adrenaline and the skiing. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Okay, let's turn our sound back down so that I'm not blowing you away with game sounds. I think this is where we had it, right here. And then let's turn the music back on. And let's see here. Leah says, I'm deleting my gray mods now. Well, make sure you only delete the ones that you haven't put work into and aren't valuable. And only delete the ones. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this since Warrior brought it up. Let's pull up a character. Here we go. We'll bring up our Darth Vader. When you're looking at mods, there are 6 shapes. And for whatever reason, the game gives you the shapes on the left-hand side, the squares, the diamonds, and the circles a lot more than the arrows, triangles, and crosses. And so you want to keep your gray arrows, triangles, and crosses. But what you want to do, early game especially, if you get a bunch of gray mods, you want to go into your mod page like I've got right here. You want to go to Sell, and then you want to go to Filter. You click Squares, Diamonds, and Circles, because those are all the mods on the left-hand side. And then you go down here and you say E. The letter E will pull up all the gray mods that fall into this category. And then you say confirm, and I've actually got all of mine locked that I have left, and that's all that will show up right here. If you click the filtering like this, squares, diamonds, and circles, and you scroll down in the filter to say any tier, instead of any tier, you say tier E, which is gray mods, confirm. It'll pull them all up. You can sell them, and you won't have to put credits into them. Brian Thompson says the background music makes such a big difference. I love it. Dom says, fun fact, some people are actually mad enough to buy max credits from the really crappy infinite purchase crystal credit pack. Dom, yeah, people get desperate. It doesn't seem like a good deal to me, but people get desperate. Let's see, let's just see how much that costs. But anyway, Leah, don't sell all your gray mods, just the gray mods that show up right here. Okay. ArcFet, gonna go sell some mods, be right back. There you go, guys, there you go. Listen to the man, he knows what he's talking about. Warrior's helping us out. What gear should I stop on Grand Moff Tarkin? Alvin, that's a great question. And it really depends on a few factors. First of all, are you going for Sith Eternal Emperor? He requires Tarkin at gear Relic 3, I believe. And so that's where you should stop. Are you using Tarkin as your main fleet and plan to for a long time? Then go ahead and take him up to Relics, like I did. It's kind of a pain to take your Tarkin up to Relics because he's not that good of a character. But if you're not planning for him to be your main fleet for a long time, Gear 11, maybe even Gear 10, will be just fine to do everything that you need to do with him. Gear 11, I'd say, because at least Gear 11 you can get his fleet commander ability maxed out at gear 11. So I'd say gear 11 to answer your question. Ninja Nugget, hey, I've been lurking for a while, but great work with your playthrough so far. Got introduced to your channel from Free to Play Ollie. Awesome. Well, so glad to have you, Ninja. Warrior says thank you. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. All right, let's check our fleet, you guys. It's our fleet climb currently, and I don't know where we're sitting. I think I left us, I left us in a good situation at rank number 2. I'm hoping that our buddy Big Pat has made it to rank number 1. It looks like he's in rank 3, which is good, but he has a little more time to try to kill Nubian Benub. We can't do it. So if he can do it, he gets rank 1. He deserves it. And I'm thankful to be in rank 2. We'll check it again in like 10 minutes if I remember, because last time we got kicked out of number 1 right back to number 5, and that kind of sucked. All right, I think I'm caught up on the chat, and the fleet is looking okay. Let's start off by spending some energy. Let's see what this is first. Let's see what we got going on here. Grand Arena rewards and Squad Arena. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. You guys, I was almost late to start the stream because I wanted to do a Sith raid attempt. When I got off of work, I went straight into the Sith raid, and we got our biggest hit ever. And look, it actually looks like it might have snagged us number 4, which is almost top 3. Now, we hit one hit with the geos in phase 2 and added a couple of million to this. But we got like 14 million with our baby Shaak T clones in phase 1. It is such a good team, you guys. And actually, I'm kind of thinking it might be better for them to be low gear instead of high gear to get more damage, because the damage that you get is almost exclusively from the Rexecute ability. Bimgus says, hey Padawan, what is up, Bimgus? Good to see you, my friend. Now let's look at this. Squads. This is the team that I used. Grand Arena, right here. If you guys remember in the last stream, we got our Shaak T to 7 stars, and that allowed us to take her into the Sith raid. Whoops. Take her into the Sith raid. And she really helps this team do more damage. Now, 5s, I'm kind of torn, you guys. I'm kind of torn because my inclination is want to take all these guys to Relic and do more damage, but I don't even know if I can do that much more damage. 14 million is a lot in phase 1. And the reason why it works at low gear is because you've got, in the Sith raid, you've got Nihilus in the middle, and you've got his 2 side tunes, right? Well, if these guys are low gear, they can hit those side tunes lots of times before they die. And that allows you to take turns with clones, ramping up Rex's Rexecute ability, and then you only damage the boss with the Rexecute ability. The more times you hit Nihilus, the faster he goes. So if he takes a turn, and he's got 0% turn meter, I don't know what the speed he's sitting at, but let's just say it's 200 speed. Every time you hit him, he goes from like 200 to 210. To 220 to 230. So you're not giving him turn meter, but you're increasing his speed. So the more times you hit him, the sooner he's going to take his next turn. So with leaving those, being able to hit those side tunes several times before he actually, before they die, allows you to hit Nihilus less, which makes him slower, which lets you get out more executes. I don't know. I'm kind of experimenting with the idea. I'm happy with the damage they're putting out right now. I want Shaak T to be higher because she is too squishy. But it worked like a charm, you guys. It worked like a charm. I was so excited. And this team at low gear is doing awesome work for us. Okay. No wonder my geos always get destroyed in phase 1. Yeah, Warrior, geos in phase 1, they do 2 things for the Sith raid. Let's take a look while we're talking about it. Let's talk about Sith raid phase 1 mechanics, because we are still trying to get top 5 in fleet every day is a huge piece of income, but the next thing we've set our sights on is try to get top 10 in the Sith raid every time. Top 10 in the Sith raid is going to get us those good rewards we talked about last time. Let's look at details. Let's break this down a little bit. Phase 1. All right. I'm going to just close the chat for a minute, so bear with me if you guys chat. I won't see it for just a minute. Okay, we know about the Unbreakable Will. You guys know about that. We know about Nihilus's abilities. Let's see here. At the start of his turn, let's see what gives Nihilus that purple protection, because our goal is to damage his health. We don't want to damage the purple protection. This is the first thing that happens. At the start of his turn, Nihilus recovers 3% protection for each buffed enemy. If you have buffs, they're helping you out, so this isn't that big of a deal. In addition, whenever an enemy damages Nihilus with a basic ability, here is the key. This is what makes you do very little damage in phase 1. Whenever you damage Nihilus with a basic, Nihilus inflicts defense down on you, okay? You guys notice that? You get defense down whenever you attack him with a basic. If you already have defense down, you lose 25% protection, and Nihilus gains that much protection, which means that you never want to use a basic on Nihilus while you have defense down. And defense down is something that automatically gets applied to you when you use a basic on him. So the geos are just using tons of basics, right? Well, they take one turn, all of a sudden all the geos have defense down. They take another turn, all of a sudden the geos lose a bunch of protection, and then Nihilus gets a bunch of purple protection, and you do 0 damage to Nihilus, and it's super annoying. So that's something that you can be aware of when you're attacking Nihilus in phase 1. Do your best not to use a basic while you have defense down. Now, tenacity up will prevent it. Well, you can resist the defense down. Cleansing the debuffs is good, or using a special ability instead of a basic while you have defense down will take defense down off, because he only inflicts defense down for 1 turn, okay? So if you save your specials until you have defense down and then use your special, that might be a good way to work around this purple protection that constantly gets added to him. Whenever he takes damage, he gains 30 speed and 50% tenacity. These effects expire at the end of Nihilus's next turn. So that means that every time you hit him, he's gaining 30 speed, but then when he takes a turn, he's back to his original speed number. So this is why you don't want to hit Nihilus a bunch of little times. You only want to hit him with big hits. So that's kind of the logic behind how to do damage in phase 1. And yeah, Warrior, definitely geos are a bad choice for phase 1 damage. Now, just really quick, I don't want it. This stream is turning into just whatever it's turning into, but this is interesting, you guys. Look at this. Look at our boy Yoda. Our boy Yoda. That was a misclick. Let's back up. Our boy Yoda, with his leadership ability. Check this out. Even at rank 3, whenever a Jedi ally resists a debuff, they gain 20% turn meter. This lead is actually very effective in phase 1 of the Sith raid. In fact, it's more effective than Bastilla lead, because Bastilla is all about that bonus protection, and Nihilus goes straight for your health. He doesn't care about your protection, he goes straight for your health. So if you don't have Jedi Knight Revan, but you do have Jedi, try Yoda lead, because what happens when Yoda puts the tenacity up on everybody, they're going to be resisting debuffs, and then every time they use a basic on Nihilus, and Nihilus tries to put defense down on you, and he fails, then you just resisted a debuff, and you gain 20% turn meter. So the Jedi under Yoda lead, believe it or not, in phase 1, Yoda lead is actually good in phase 1 of the Sith raid. Now, the Zeta, back when the Sith raid first came out, the Yoda lead Zeta was recommended for that very reason, because he gets a bunch of other benefits. Extra turn meter gain, and then the Jedi would gain critical chance up, critical damage up, which means you do more damage. There are a lot better teams in phase 1 now, but if this is what you happen to have, just try Yoda lead. Give it a shot, throw it up to tier, I don't know, let's see here, tier 5. Tier 5 is when you stop gaining turn meter bonuses. Throw it up to tier 5 and give it a shot. See what happens. Bimga says Revan is better. Revan is better, yes, for sure. If you have Jedi Knight Revan, his lead is better for a lot of reasons. But a lot of people have Bastilla and Yoda, like us, but they don't have Revan. So if you use Jedi in phase 1 and you don't have Jedi Knight Revan, try Yoda lead. Johnny Ramirez, I learned something new. Thank you, Padawan. My pleasure. How should I go about doing phase 1 with Jedi Knight Revan Jedi? That is a fantastic question. I don't have Jedi Knight Revan, so I can't demonstrate it, but I did used to use Jedi Knight Revan in the Sith raid all the time with an old account, and I would get good damage. Good damage. Basically, you just focus all damage on Nihilus. You mark Nihilus with Jedi Knight Revan, and you want to attack during the first half of phase 1. If you have Jedi Knight Revan Jedi, you want to attack during the first half of phase 1, because the Jedi Knight Revan team gives Yoda a lot of turns with this Ataru basic. If that enemy has, let's see here. If that enemy has 50% or more health, Yoda gains 40% turn meter. So if you attack Nihilus in the first half of his health, Yoda's going to be taking a bunch of turns, because when Revan marks Nihilus, everybody mass assists, and then Bastilla calls Yoda, that's a basic. Jolie can call Yoda, that's a basic. I don't know if you're running Ezra on the team, Ezra can call Yoda. Hermit Yoda calls Yoda. Everybody calls Yoda to use his basic, and you'll be getting that 40% turn meter. Now, if you attack him in the second half, you get offense up and defense penetration, which is good, but it's not as good as 40% turn meter. So yeah, just mark Nihilus with Jedi Knight Revan, and give Yoda a bunch of turns. Give Yoda the buffs with Bastilla. Let Yoda spread them to the team. It's all about Yoda damage in the first half of phase 1 with Jedi Knight Revan. Bimgus says, I get at least 4 million with my Revan team, which is enough to get top 5. Wow, awesome. Ilya says, I will try it out. I was using Bastilla and don't have Revan. Yeah, give it a shot. Ilya, give it a shot. just notice when you want to try to use your basic ability with your Jedi while they have tenacity up, because that means they will resist the defense down. Coleman Traber says, what is the next team you are aiming for the Sith raid? I think I remember you saying you wanted 2 teams. I do want 2 teams. I do. But here's the thing. I'm a busy person. I don't usually have time to sit there and wait while a raid goes from phase to phase. What I can do is I can plan my day around being there when it opens. So I am going to try to do as much damage as possible with 1 team. And that team is going to be the Shaak T clones. Now, if I was going to go for another team, it would be the Yoda lead Jedi for Fate, because I'm trying to do phase 1 damage. You're sure that you can be there when phase 1 opens up, but you're not sure that you can be there at any other time, because somebody might start with SLKR in phase 1 and they might finish the whole raid, and it might show phase 1 for like 20 minutes and then the raid is done. So you got to be able to do damage in phase 1. Okay, I think we are caught up on the chat, and I think that we gotta do some dailies. Let's knock out some dailies. We're gonna spend some energy. We buy all 3 regular energy. We buy 1 cantina. We buy all 3 mod energy. And all 3 fleet energy. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, now we go to our farms. Bimgus says, raids are at 2 a.m. for me. It sucks. Yikes. That does suck. That does suck. If you pick 1 team, okay, call me crazy. Pick 1 team so it doesn't take long. Set an alarm for when phase 1 opens up. Put 10 minutes, 12 minutes into a battle at 2 a.m. and then go back to sleep. It'll be worth it. It'll be definitely worth it. Okay, what am I even doing here? Squads. We're doing farming. We're doing our current farms. Darth Scion. Coleman Traber says, I misremember you saying you wanted to. I'm sure that you do not misremember. I feel like I said that. But here's the thing. I have already 1 team that does good damage in phase 2, and that's the geos. They'll do 2 million to 4 million in phase 2, which is not great, but it's good. And by the time I'm done with my attack on phase 1, sometimes it's already into phase 2. And if it is, I'll use my geos. If it's not, I'll just move on, you know? You've inspired me to switch to clones for Sith Raid Phase 1 damage. Yeah, they're good. They're good. It's easier to do damage in Phase 1 than it is Phase 2 with the clones, I think. Just because, what's his name? Scion, man. He does a lot more damage than Nihilus. Nihilus doesn't do a lot of damage. He goes right for your health, but he doesn't do a lot of damage. Okay, here we go. All right, we've only got 1 more farm we can do on this node. You guys, we're getting close. You see this? 328 out of 330. By the next stream, we should have that farm complete. And that, oh my gosh, the farms are getting done left and right. It is so exciting. All right, let's find the BTLB. We've already done it for today, but a bonus wrecker, that's always nice to get off of a node. A bonus wrecker wicket. I am you guys, for the character spotlight, which we'll be doing shortly. The character spotlight, I guess we'll do it after the Grand Arena. Chief Chirpa almost beat Darth Vader for the vote for character spotlight. You guys want to talk about these Ewoks, and I don't blame you. I'm looking forward to working on them and getting that C-3PO. All right, so we've already done those 4, and then we're farming the Hyena Bomber. Dom says, did you check Grand Arena to see if your opponent started with extra banners, which is a bug? I'm not aware of this bug. I did not check. Let me finish spending my energy, and then we'll take a look. So the final farm that we farm is Hyena Bomber. And I can't put it in my farming sheet because it doesn't have a character attached to it. We're getting close to Hyena too. How far are we? We're a little further away, but that's still on the home stretch. 76 out of 100 for the final star on that bad boy. All right, my game feels... We're definitely going to restart before the Grand Arena because it feels really, really choppy. Really choppy. All right, we are farming... We are farming the green pieces here. Oh my goodness. Super choppy. Super choppy. And then in the mod... Okay, we're gonna restart right now. This is taking too long to do everything here. Let's close it out. You guys are about to see everything here. Sorry about the behind the scenes look here. All right, start it up. All right, let's go ahead and kill this. All right, 30 players says, yeah, sometimes I set an alarm for 9 a.m. for my reset and then go to bed. Yep. Yep, I mean, that is another factor to consider when you're trying to decide what guild you're in, is really, do the raids start at a time that works for you? It's not a good reason to leave your guild because you can kind of work around it like we're talking about. But if you already are kind of unsure if you should stick with your guild, and then there's the additional negative that they start the raids at a time that doesn't work for you, it's good to be in a guild that have people awake at the same time of day as you, so you can talk with them and just socialize a bit. It's good. Coleman Traber says you could put Jedi Consular in your farming squad and then go to his ship from there. I could do that. I could do that. It's a good idea, man. I like it. I like it. All right, is it showing yet? It looks like it's showing the right screen anyway. It looks like it's showing the right screen, but the game is not up yet. All right, here it comes. Here it comes. Hopefully it'll even out. You guys, it's the weekend. I'm excited. I'm excited for the weekend. All right, it feels better. Feels better. I hate that I have to have it on such a low frames per second. All right, we're farming slicing materials currently, getting ready for the big slice that is coming in a couple of weeks. We're gonna do some slicing on stream. So we're getting ready for that. We've got too many mods that I'm interested to see what happens if I slice them at least one time. And we got to get rid of some of those mods. So we're going to have to slice them in order to see what happens when we slice them. Warrior says, I love this song. What is it called? Let's see. This is called Snake on the Beach by Nico Staff. S-T-A-F. Snake on the Beach. Which doesn't sound like a very... good thing to run across, but you know. Okay, our fleet farms. We actually just finished Shaak T and B1, so I'm super excited about that. And we are easing into the Jedi Knight Revan farm. We're starting to get a little Zalbar, starting to get a little Jolie. Oh, it's getting exciting, you guys. It is getting exciting. And then we are still going for Emphas Nest, and we've already done Mando for the day. So then we take the rest of our fleet energy and regular energy and we throw it at the characters that we're farming. Bimga says, I had my 1-year Swolga anniversary a week ago. Sweet, man. Awesome. That is exciting. That is exciting. That 1 year. You look back over that year and you're like, wow, I did a lot of stuff in this game in 1 year. I did a lot of stuff in this game. Okay, we're farming this piece of gear with Anakin, and you guys, you saw it just a second ago, it says available from daily login. They give us a free calendar with a bunch of Chirotech on it. Isn't that awesome? Let's I mean, you guys are already collecting it, I'm sure, but I was blown away when I saw this right here, this February bonus calendar. It's got the Mark 7 shock prods, and it's got a bunch of them. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. This is like 30 or more. 40, I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 50. This is one whole Chirotech shock prod if you collect all the rewards. Amazing. What a great great gift that they're giving us. Okay, fleet, we got fleet. I forgot to check. Oh, but we got lucky. We got lucky. Okay, let's do some fleet challenges. We have to spend our fleet energy. We are gonna spend it on 5s. We are gonna spend it on 5s, but you guys, I'm seriously considering leaving the clones low gear, even 5s. I think I might get him to gear 12 and then get his pieces that add speed and get nothing else. Because even after, that's probably not worth it, right? Because even after he sacrifices, the damage that the clones do, it kills the side tunes super fast anyway. So I'll probably take 5s all the way to Relic. I'll probably take them all the way to Relic. Yeah, the other piece is great too, Warrior says. I didn't even pay attention. Yeah, it's good stuff in that calendar. Good stuff. Bimga says, yep, 11 relics, Malik, the Revens, CLS, got a lot done. Gonna go for a GL this year. Wow, that is a nasty account. That is a nasty account. All right, did we do this already? Yeah, we did this already. Let's check our dailies and see how we're getting on here. There goes my beautiful wife. Hey, baby doll. All right. I love the changes they made to give us all the gear in those challenges. I love it. All right, let's do the shops real quick. I keep saying I was gonna check the Grand Arena. Always buy these pieces here in the shop, you guys, that are for credits. Skip over the crystals. I think I just skip over it most of the time. Cantina battles, we're buying the Cassian's U-Wing. It is time for me to cash this in. I have 700 Cassian U-Wing shards, and you only need 330. So that's a bunch of shard shop currency that I can cash in. I just have to activate the ship and get it up and running, but I need to get the pilots up and running as well. Okay, guild store, we're going for Dengar. He shows up here. He is not here. We try to keep a baseline of 50 of these cheap pieces of gear, including this one, which you have a bunch of those. And then after that, we'll snag some Nubians. Mark 7 Nubian is a good one to snag. And then definitely Carbantes. Look at this, you guys. We have 230 Carbantes, which is great. It's 4 fully crafted Carbantes. But look, we have, this is going to be a counting stream apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know, I skipped a couple. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 that currently needed, 15 characters that needed on their current gear tier, and they might need more than one. Even if they only need one, that is 500, that is 750 Carbantes we need right now. Now, we're not going to take the Phoenix up any higher, but this is just an example. You need a bunch of Carbantes. So even if you have 800 Carbantes ready to go, keep buying them. Keep buying them. You will never run out of the need for them. So we're going to do it. Buy Carbantes, Mark 3 Carbantes. Just buy them out of the guild store and buy them all the time. Buy them all the time. Squad Arena, we are going for Asajj. We have been doing Prestige, and we will continue to do Prestige. But we got our sights set on gas to basically put the nail in the coffin for the Sith raid top 10. We want gas for a lot of reasons, but that's one of the main reasons is he can clear the entire phase 1 of the Sith raid completely. Gas and the clones can solo phase 1 of the Sith raid, which should be enough to get you into the top 10 in most guilds. They can get like 40% of the way into phase 2 also. Super good squad for Sith raid, super good squad in a lot of places in the game. Our guild is gearing up for light side GOTB, so I want gas. The point is, you need Asajj for gas. So we're going for Asajj, and we also, once Asajj is done, we're back on the Prestige grind. Galactic War, we're not sitting on a bunch of currency, but we'll just buy a ship that we already have to get some shard shop currency. Fleet Arena store, I want Rey someday, and if I want Rey someday, I'm going to need the Resistance X-Wing. Scimitar, I want Maul someday, so I'm going to go ahead and get his ship farmed up. And I'm also looking for the Ghost. The Phantom is in here right now, and I don't want to get it right now. But if we get the Ghost, that'll be 3 ships that are cargo ships that I can use for the cargo ship challenge. I forget what you get from it, but it's a challenge that comes up often, and I never participate in it. So that's rewards I'm missing out on every time it comes. If we just farm the Ghost, we've already got Boba Fett's ship and Bossk's ship, so those 2 other ships plus the Ghost will be enough to participate in that challenge. 30 player General Carbonti loves Mark III. You got it. You got it. Coleman Traver, I have about 40 that need Carbontis. Yeah, and then if I upgraded more, I would too. It's the same. It is the same deal. And some, like Old Ben, need 4. Oh my gosh, yeah. Old Ben. A lot of tanks need a lot of Carbontis. Sunfac needed a lot of Carbontis. Alright, in this guild event store, we're going for the Malevolence. We have enough to snag some Malevolence shards, so let's do it. We're going to take the Malevolence all the way to 7 stars before we start switching over to the Negotiator. And we are farming Hermit Yoda with our Get 1. We want to keep a baseline of 80, but we're getting close to unlocking that Hermit Yoda, you guys. It's going to happen very soon. And right here in the Grand Arena store, we are buying whatever's in the bottom of the championship store, the mod slicing materials. This is either the orange bunt cakes or it is the 2 pieces that you need 50 of to take a mod to 6 dots. And even though we want to spend our Grand Arena currency on the Chirotex, which is the best thing to buy out of the store, I think, we're finding that we're gearing our characters too quickly. We're not modding them quickly enough, so we're going to spend this currency on mod slicing material. There's some shard shop, and in the shard shop, we definitely want to buy these med packs every time they show up right next to the pulse modulators. And I'm just trying to keep a baseline of 120 or so of these purple pieces of gear right here. Coleman Traver says, which one is the one used in a Rebel fleet, Ghost or Phantom? An endgame Rebel fleet may still use the Ghost, but very few of them use the Phantom. An early game or a mid-game Rebel fleet use both the Phantom and the Ghost to great effect, but an endgame Rebel fleet will generally only use the Ghost of the 2 of them, and they'll use it in the reinforcement slot. Okay, David James, 80k get 1 will cover Gas and Malik. No, that'll only cover one of them. I think it's like 70-something K will cover either Gas or Malik. But I've got my sights set on Gas, so I'm only going to worry about keeping enough for just him. And the idea is basically to get Gas and Hermit Yoda, and then save up a baseline for Malik, 80,000 for Malik, and then I'll start buying Wampa while I'm waiting on my farms to complete for Malik. But I want everything. I want everything in the game. Someday I want it all. So, yeah, Warrior says Phantom is good because it reduces the capital ship's reinforcement cooldown. It definitely is good. It is good. But it's not good enough for an endgame Rebel fleet to find a place for it, usually. Usually that's the case. All right, I'm going to stop staring at the screen, and we're actually going to start clicking around. You guys, I could stream for 3 hours, 4 hours easy. I love it. I love hanging out with you guys. I love talking about the game. I love answering questions. I love the Grand Arena. I love it so much. I have so much fun doing this. You guys are giving me an opportunity to do something that I love, and I'm so thankful that you're here, that you're watching. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys. All right, we'll save the Galactic March for our character spotlight, which is going to be Darth Vader, but we've waited long enough on this Grand Arena. Let's get into it. Is this Grand Arena here? Yep. Round 2. Round 1, we pulled it out. I don't think we can look at it from here. Round 2, let's just take a look at round 1. In case you didn't see in the Discord, I posted in the Grand Arena what happened. But remember, we could not clear this Phoenix. Well, he could not clear our Geos. Geos got the hold, you guys. After that, he just got upset. He didn't even try the Phoenix. Didn't even try the Phoenix. I feel bad that he got upset and quit. And he tried the my fleet, and he failed on my fleet as well. But here's the thing, you guys. If you ever find yourself in this situation and you're going to lose Grand Arena, definitely still attack that other team. Because every team you beat, you get 100,000 credits. 100,000 credits is nothing to sneeze at. If you Just leave. That's just like leaving 100,000 credits on the table. If you know you're gonna lose, don't let it break your heart. Still try to get get everything you can out of it. Get the credits out of it. Get anything you can. All right, so round 2. This is our current round. Let's take a look at this opponent. I have not looked to see what he said on defense, but you guys, it's nasty. This is a Relic 5 Padme team with a Relic 7 Yoda. He's got a lot of stuff. First of all, 2.9 million GP. Right at about double of what we have. Darth Vader Relic 5. Bossk Relic 5. Jedi Training Rey at Relic 4. I mean, Darth Revan. Double Zeta Darth Revan. Zeta Dooku. Got a full Geo squad. Jolee is Gear 12. So if he's got Darth Revan, he's got Jolee, he probably has Jedi Knight Revan too. He's got a lot of stuff. I'm super intimidated by this account. Mandalorian 7 stars, he's got a lot of stuff. Ty says, how do you get the credits? As soon as you win the battle, it just gives you the credits right then. So let's do it. Let's go into a battle, and I'll hopefully win and show you. Hopefully. Let's see what he put on defense. All right, you guys, here we go. We're about to see the... Oh my gosh. This isn't good. He's got the insta-kill in here. Oh my gosh. This bounty hunter team, we're looking at a Bossk lead with Relic 5 Bossk. Relic 4 Boba, who rocked our world last time with his executes. Gear 12, IG-88. Gear 10, Mando. Gear 11, I think, Jango. And then he's got a Jedi Training Rey team where he has OG Finn, Veteran, Chewie, BB-8, and Stick Rey, and he's got a Relic 4 on his Jedi Training Rey. This is a nasty defense, and I do not even have my geos to get through these teams. I have no idea what we're going to do here. Okay, CLS team with the Han Zeta. He's only got Gear 12 on CLS. Everybody else is less than that, but he's got Chewbacca. And he's got Han Solo, and he's got CLS, and here is a full clone team. But there's no Zeta on the 5, so we can definitely take advantage of that. His 5s has no sacrifice Zeta. This is a mean account. How do you get the credits? Is it after the season is over? No, it should happen. It should happen right then. We'll test it together, though. We'll look at our credits, and then we'll do a battle that we can hopefully win. Hopefully we can win at least some of these. This definitely feels like a loss, but we're not giving up. We are not giving up. Dyberg, I don't think Mando can execute without crit chance up, and I'm unsure if he can give himself crit chance up. He gives himself crit chance up on his basic. Isn't that nasty? All he has to do is do a basic, and he's going to do his basic when Bossk does the mass assist. So check this out. Deal physical damage to the target enemy and gain critical chance up for 2 turns. He gets it for 2 turns. He gives it to himself. That's garbage. I mean, that's great. He's a great character and I love him. It's not garbage. It's wonderful. But he's against me, so it's garbage. He's against me. Okay, so... normally in Grand Arena, you want to attack the south first. Because if you clear this zone, then you can find out what's in the back and make intelligent decisions about what you want to use on the top zone. But the problem is... he is almost certainly going to clear 3 zones. He probably will not clear our ships. But we got to at least get to his ships. So I'm thinking we might go north first. Let's see, what do we even have on offense? Yeah, Ty says that's a menace of a kid. It is. I don't know which of these 2 teams I'm more scared of. I think I'm more scared of this team right here. I definitely think I'm more scared of this team right here. Man. Okay. So, if I'm more scared of the bounty hunter team, then we need to look at some speeds and find out what we're dealing with, okay? Let's take a look at Bossk's speed. He's modded for speed, 224. That's fast enough to be problematic. 224 speed. Let's look at Boba. Boba is sitting at 171 speed. Almost no speed on Boba. That's very good. What about Mando? Speed on Mando, 152 speed, not fast. Oh my gosh, you guys, you know what I'm thinking? I'm not thinking something I should be thinking. Speed 208. I am not thinking something I should be thinking because I don't think that there's a chance. But I think we can control this team to death. I think that we can control this team to death with our Vader Palpatine team. Our Vader's gear 11. Our Palpatine's like gear 9. Our Mara Jade is gear 7. Oh my gosh, but I think we can do it. I think we can control this team to death, and I think that that's what we're going to try to do. I looked at everybody's speed. I didn't look at IG-86's speed. This is a very risky move, and it's almost certainly not going to work. And the problem is, if it doesn't work, there are teams on the board that I could kill with Vader. But because this team is not super fast, control, I think, is going to be the ticket. Control is going to be the ticket. All right, so we do have our bounty hunters. We're going to get wrecked if we do a bounty hunter mirror match. Because the AoEs and the 3 of these characters can ignore taunt. So it doesn't matter if Bossk is taunting my Bossk. They're just going to ignore it and kill my baby characters. If I bring in the Padme team, I have confidence that we can kill some stuff. But the Mando is just going to disintegrate us one at a time. It's just going to disintegrate us. So the Padme team's not the answer. Ooh, I forgot. My Tarkin is Relic 4, so that could be helpful. The clone team. The clone team is so garbage gear. I just don't feel good about bringing... I mean, one AoE from Boba Fett could just send everybody to the grave. Warrior says, you think I can do it? Go for it? Oh my gosh. I think Empire is honestly our best chance. I know Jedi can't do it. I think Empire is the best chance. Let's look at our Empire team and then remember that we have Watt and see if Watt could help us in any way. Let's see. All right, so this is our Empire team. The only one that I think will go first is Vader. I think Vader's the only one, and I'm not even sure that he is. Let's see how fast he is. I have a slow Vader. 202 plus 56. So that's 258. And how fast was their Bossk? Let's see. 224. So he outspeeds the Bossk. Warrior says maybe bring Talon with EP, Mara, and Vader. I don't have Talon up and running. I've got her, but I haven't taken her to the gear level that she needs to give the 20 speed to Vader. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so if we do this, yeah, you guys are saying Talon. Definitely, I would like to bring Talon for the extra 20 speed, but she needs her gear level to be a certain level before her ability grants that bonus. All right. So what we need to do... Okay, so what we need to do is we need to keep ability blocks on everybody. We just need to make sure they don't take a turn. They cannot take a turn. And any kill here would have value. Any kill would have value. Does my Palpatine... Yeah, my Palpatine's got the Zeta already applied. I know I did it recently. I just wasn't sure that it was available for the Grand Arena. Open up at the Force Crush. Go into Merciless Massacre. Put some ability blocks on people. The thing is, we have to give somebody on our team enough turn meter in order to go next. How fast is our Thrawn? Our Gear 10 Thrawn. He can't be that fast. 232. Oh, he actually is. Okay, so he's faster. He's faster than Bossk also. So I said we fracture Bossk so he doesn't get to take his turn. And then we just try to get staggers and shocks and all kind of stuff out there. There's no counterattacks on this team, which is good. But we got to watch out for Boba Fett, Mando, and Jango. You have to kill them all twice. And if you kill them while they're ability blocked and debuffed and all that stuff, and then they get another turn before you debuff them again, then it could go south really quickly. Let me just look at one thing here with Boba Fett. Boba Fett's Bounty Hunter's Resolve. Until he's defeated. When defeated, he revives at 100% health. Okay, I just wanted to make sure he didn't get any turn meter when he came back, because it feels like they get turn meter when you kill them. I don't know if it's true. Dr. Nucleator says, I just did this to an all Relic 5 opposing Vader team. You can do it. All right, guys, we cannot let them take a turn. You guys see the gears, and you see the stars. We got a good song going. Let's try it. Let's do it. Okay, when Vader uses the Force Crush, he's going to get a bonus turn. We have to consume debuffs in order to get turn meter to the rest of my team. Force Crush. Merciless. Let's just go ahead and consume these debuffs. That'll give my team some turn meter. Ability block. Ability block. Ability block. And ability block. And then we're going to Force Crush again. And let's go ahead and consume some more debuffs. This will give my team more turn meter. Alright, let's get an ability block on the only one who... Well, Jango. We'll do Jango. Now what we're going to do... Oh, good. We can remove turn meter with Tarkin. Tarkin does the AoE turn meter removal. 1 down. Mando is down. Alright, let's go ahead and give the turn to Mara Jade so she can get her debuffs out there. We've got... They don't have a lot of turn meter right now. This is good. This is good. We're going to start with the tenacity down first, and that way they'll be easier to debuff. And then we're going to use our AoE Shaak and Stagger. This is good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit the Stagger on Jango. That's going to take his turn meter all the way away, and then it'll make him... He's actually close to death. Let's go ahead and use the AoE Shaak with Palpatine. Now at this point, I'm actually going to save the Fracture. I'm going to use a basic with Thrawn. A basic with Thrawn, if they already have ability block, it will stun them. So it'll stun him and take his turn meter away because of Stagger. Alright, let's shock somebody who's not shocked. That would be Bossk. Alright, another Merciless Massacre. Let's go ahead and get the first kill on Jango. Let's just do basics. We're just trying to use this to get back around to another Merciless Massacre as soon as possible. Now we're going to Force Crush. And we're going to go ahead and throw at Jango and hope for the best. Not enough, but that's okay. We'll finish Jango off right here. 2 down. 2 down. Let's shock somebody who's already shocked. Everybody's shocked, so we're just going to shock right here. Let's go ahead and fracture Bossk. Bossk is going to be tough to kill. Let's go ahead and finish off IG just so that we can only have 2 to worry about. All right, we're trying not to let him take a turn. We're going all in on Boba Fett. Okay, we're going to give this to... Give it to Mara Jade. She's going to do more debuffs. And more debuffs. And a basic attack. Stagger. Okay. Let's get some more debuffs. The more debuffs that are consumed, the more turn meter our team gets. We just go and we go. Basic with Palpatine. Basic with Vader. Man, this Boba Fett is thick. Let's just keep working on the Boba Fett. We'll save Bossk for the end. We're running out of time. We're running out of time. Basic to hopefully shock him. Alright, Merciless. Basic over here. Basic over here. Force Crush for more debuffs and turn meter. And we're going to Fracture here on Bossk. Once Bosk's protection goes away, he's going to be much easier to kill. Let's keep going for Boba. Boba down. Do not throw the lightsaber. We do not want to let him take a turn. Let's just keep on debuffing him. We're just going to whittle him down. Just whittle him down. Don't throw the lightsaber. Basic with Palp. Alright, we're going to give this... We're going to give it to Tarkin, because even though he's not a great character, he seems to be hitting the hardest. Okay, look, his protection is gone, which means his extra defense is gone. This feels good, you guys. We have 1 minute left. Let's take away his turn meter. There we go. Okay, now we're going to throw. You guys ready? Let's do it. 1x. He's almost dead. Let's throw. You guys, we had like 100 debuffs and I only did 93,000. That's how bad my Vader is. But it was enough. 75 banners. And there you go. 100,000 credits. Just like I said, it's worth it to attack in Grand Arena, if only just for the money. Coleman Traver says, hurry up a bit. Bossk is tough. Yes, we did it, you guys, with a baby Empire team. Oh, the Empire is so good. So good. Warrior, get Shaak across the board. Alright, that's the first team right there, you guys. That is the first team. Alright, well, let's keep on going for the north then. Let's just pick our teams and count them up here. The Jedi Training Bray is going to use her hand wave. Let's do a little Jedi training Rey. I'm hyped about that last battle, you guys. Wow. All right, let's talk about Jedi training Rey, so we can understand what we're dealing with here. The Jedi training Rey. Let's start with her uniques. At the start of each encounter, she gains foresight until she evades, and then when she evades, she recovers 5% health and protection. So this is a mechanic that happens a lot with Jedi training Rey. She recovers health and protection whenever she evades, and she gives herself foresight a lot. At the end of her turn, she gains foresight until she evades, and if she has foresight, she gains critical damage up until she is damaged. If Rey has critical damage up, she gains offense up until she's damaged. So the more you leave her alone, the more dangerous she becomes, okay? Gosh, you guys saw that the Thrawn Fracture was great. I would love to have the Thrawn Fracture right now for Jedi training Rey. David James says, Mara Jade is nuts. Thanks for the congratulations, you guys. That was exciting. Cole Morgan, you should upgrade Mara Jade's basic. It will call EP to attack every time she uses her basic. Just another way to cause shock damage. That would be amazing. I definitely am going to be getting Mara Jade to gear 11 and getting her abilities maxed out. Even hers, I think she's got 1 Zeta. Does she have 2 Zetas? I don't know, but she's worth putting some work into. Definitely worth putting some work into. Jacob is asking, is Brian in the chat? I haven't seen him recently, but he might be. Brian Thompson, are you out there? Your cousin is asking about you. Okay. Virtuous Protector. When another ally suffers a debuff, or when another resistance ally gains secret intel, Rey gains 8% turn meter. This is why the Vader team is bad to take against Jedi training Rey, because she gets a bunch of turn meter whenever another ally suffers a debuff. So whatever team we use against her, we have to try to make sure it's not super debuff heavy. I'm kind of thinking clones. Clones don't do a lot of debuffs. That's kind of what I'm thinking after reading that right there. Okay, let's look at her lead. Resistance allies have critical chance, critical damage. When they score a critical hit, they have a 70% chance to inflict expose, and it cannot be resisted. Resistance allies gain 10% turn meter when an enemy is exposed. So it doesn't matter if we have protection up. It doesn't matter what we have. If we get exposed, they gain 10% turn meter, and if they crit us, then they have a chance to inflict expose. So you guys know expose deals damage to us when it is hit based on 20% of our maximum health. So it's a pretty big hit, and they can put a lot of exposes out there. This mind trick, I'm not trying to do a character spotlight on Rey, but we got to understand what we're dealing with. It's been a while since I used Rey, so I don't remember what she's all about. Dispel all the buffs on the target enemy and inflict all this craziness. Ability block, daze, offense down, and speed down. So at first it's a buff dispel. Second of all, it's a bunch of debuffs. Then remove 10% turn meter, which cannot be resisted. For each debuff that was resisted, remove 20% turn meter, which can't be resisted. To be clear, this is why Rey is great in Phase 1 of the Sith Raid. Once again, we're talking about Phase 1 teams earlier. She can remove turn meter from Nihilus reliably because he has a ton of tenacity and he resists these debuffs that she puts on him. Every one of these debuffs that he resists removes 20% turn meter from him, which cannot be resisted. For each active resistance ally, gain 15% turn meter. This is a bonkers ability. She's a bonkers character. She really is. She really is. And then 2 other abilities that are great that we're not going to go into. Okay, so don't debuff her team. Don't go forever without attacking her because she'll gain offensive buffs. And she also has synergy with secret intel. So what was it? Here was it insight? Was it virtuous protector? Yeah, whenever another ally gains secret intel, Rey gains 8% turn meter. So we gotta take BB-8 out. The secret intel comes from BB-8. We gotta take him out, or else he's gonna give Rey tons of turn meter, okay? These other characters are all dangerous in their own ways, but we're not going to break them all down. We do want to know Rey's speed, though. Rey is 208, which even though it's not a lot of added speed, it is enough to be scary. Okay, I'm feeling clones, you guys. It's gonna be a nasty battle. How fast is BB-8? BB-8 is another fast cookie here. Let's see. 211. Okay. So even though my Rex is super slow, with his turn meter boost, I think he can still outrun this team. And the idea here would be to... What would it be to do? How do you win here? Okay, the last thing we need to look at is we need to look at Veteran Smuggler Chewie. Okay, this is another thing you have to consider. When Veteran Smuggler Han or Veteran Smuggler Chewie is on the enemy team, you have to watch out for this. And that is in his unique, I believe. Okay, whenever Veteran Han or a resistance ally in the leader ability takes damage, Chewie gains critical damage stacking until he scores a critical hit. When Veteran Smuggler Han or resistance ally in the leader slot is defeated, Chewie gains 100% turn meter, his cooldowns are reset, and he takes his additional turn after his next turn. So this is kind of like Anakin. He gets upset specifically when you kill the leader, and he gets 100% turn meter, and he takes a bonus turn, and he can do mean things to you during that turn. So we really need to kill Veteran Chewie before we kill Rey, and we're probably going to have to kill Rey with a Rexecute. So basically, we're going to take our clones in here, and we're just going to do our best and see what happens. Do our best and see what happens. Don't debuff the team. And when you try to get hits on Jedi training Rey every now and then so that she doesn't stack all of those offensive buffs. All right, let's bring the clones in here. Let's bring them in. You guys ready for this? This is another really sketchy battle. I really don't like this, but I do like it if it works, because that would be super fun. Okay, so we're hoping that Rex goes first, and then from there we are just letting the turret and hopefully the sacrifice help us out to kill characters and get turn meter. Chewie had a bad mod on. What did he have? Thank you for pointing that out, Visla. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, a mod that's not level 15 probably? Yeah. Okay, yeah, there it is. The chat was right in the way. I'm sorry. Okay, so he's got a bad mod. So he's not as scary. He's not as scary. That is good to know. But I still think we should take him out first. Finn is going to taunt, but thankfully the turret that Arc brings to the table has a dispel. So hopefully we can dispel with the Arc turret. We're going to try to kill Chewie first, then probably BB-8, then hopefully an execute on Rey. That is the plan. Let's see how it goes. Chewie, BB-8, Rey. I'm nervous, you guys. I'm nervous. These two teams at the top are definitely dangerous teams. Okay, we're still at 1x speed. Here we go. Turn meter for the team. Okay, we're going to go after... Let's go ahead and get a hit on her. Take the foresight away. Okay, let's put the turret on Rex. We would put it on 5s, except for that we expect 5s to die. Let's go ahead and call Arc to assist. All right, I thought we already had that. I thought we already had him out. Let's go ahead and finish him off. There's one kill. I don't want to attack BB-8 unless I have a good hit. So let's go after Scav Rey. Okay, there goes secret intel. We want Rex to die so that 5s can sacrifice. So we're actually going to save the healing ability from Shaak, and we are just going to attack Rey to get the foresight off. All right, so there go. Ooh, okay, so this is really bad. We got a healing immunity. I forgot about this. This is a bad situation. It's a bad situation right here. I don't remember how long the healing immunity is that she puts on us. But if they finish off Rex, then we're in trouble. Okay, this ability will not give Rex any healing. Will this cleanse? No, this doesn't cleanse. All right, so let's take the foresight off of BB-8. Echo will not assist. This is not good, you guys. This is not good. Okay, healing immunity is off of him. We need to get to Shaak's turn. Oh, I don't think we're gonna last. I do not think we're gonna last. Let's go ahead and attack BB-8. Oh, come on. Take the foresight off of BB-8. Okay, good. Good. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to hold off on the aerial advantage. We're going to give turn meter to the team, which is going to give turn meter to Shaak. Shaak is then going to heal Rex, and then Rex can then do his aerial advantage after that. Here we go. Heal on Rex. Now Rex is a little bit in better shape. Let's keep going after BB-8. Man, she is after Rex. He's ability blocked now. That is really, really potentially bad, because he's not going to get his aerial advantage. Just a basic for now. Ooh, cleanse and full turn meter. Here we go. Aerial advantage. Yes! Oh, man. That was close. That was almost really bad. We got lucky there. Another 100,000 credits. Another 100,000 credits. Oh, man, that is awesome, you guys. I cannot believe that worked. That was hairy. That was hairy. Just guys, remember that Rex turn meter that he gives to the team, he gives it mostly to clones, but he gives half of the turn meter to everybody on the team, and Shaak T benefits from that. All right, let's just do the ships while we're at it, and then we know we're halfway there. I don't know. Okay. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I don't think we can beat this fleet. Okay. Now, when attacking the Geo fleet, you want to attack Soldier first. If you attack Spy, then Soldier and Spy will go into hiding, and Sunfac will be the only one left. Let's talk about the Geo fleet a little bit. Leah says, I don't read kits. I will never be as good as you. Well, hey, if you're around the community enough, you watch enough videos, people will explain the kits to you. I mean, you got to understand your enemies. And you got to understand what's going on with you as well. Okay, let's look at this ability. Okay, so Spy actually will not take Soldier into stealth with him because he doesn't have this ability maxed out. But he does do plus 30% critical damage while he's stealthed, which means that if we can keep him from stealthing, that is the best option. But generally, when you're attacking a 3-piece Geo, this is a very strong starting 3, the 3 Geos together. It's strong because each of the Geos are kind of like the Phoenix. They have a way, let's finish talking about this team first. They have a way to give each other buffs based on their unique abilities here. Let's see here. While a Geonosian Soldier Starfighter is active, all Geonosians have 10% accuracy for each active Geonosian ally. So because Soldier is around, all the Geos will have extra accuracy. I keep doing that. Sunfac, his ability is maxed out. Wait, is it? No, it's not. Okay, if his ability was maxed out, he would have the Geonosian buffing ability. Okay, I'm feeling a little better about this team, but they still are nasty. They don't have their abilities maxed out, which will really help us. But they're still 7 stars. The gear is still decent. So we're gonna bring in our fleet. The only fleet we have. Here we go. This is all Galactic Republic fleet under Mace Windu, except for we're starting the Houndstooth. The hope is that they will attack Ahsoka first, get Anakin upset, and make Houndstooth taunt. And then we can go from there and do our best. All right, we're just going to kind of attack whoever we have an opportunity to attack. And we're only going to use Anakin's AoE to try to inflict buff immunity. Here we go for the fleets, you guys. If we're gonna lose, we're gonna lose really quick. It's gonna be over. If we can kill at least one of these Geos, we will be in good shape. We get to go first. That is great. So just in order to show you guys even though they don't have the uniques maxed out. I'm still going to go after Soldier first. Just use a basic. Okay, this ability block could be bad. Okay, we get the taunt up, which is perfect. Taunt up with Houndstooth. Beautiful. Beautiful. And now Houndstooth is just laughing. He's laughing at the attacks. Okay, we have to attack Sunfac. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to use the AoE. This should finish off Soldier and hopefully put buff immunity on Sunfac. Now what we can do is we can attack Sunfac while he's not taunting. Interesting. Okay. So let's just use a basic. I want to use Ahsoka's big hit on removing buffs here. Alright, let's get our own reinforcement in. Who are we thinking? I'm thinking that Houndstooth is doing a good enough job tanking. Ilya says, why not bring in Anakin as a reinforcement? That's a good question, because Anakin is a good reinforcement. But it is specifically because of what I described. I'm basically trying to lay a trap for the enemy to get them to... This is the only thing I can do. Okay, she dodged it. That's good. Or he dodged it. All right, let's get Valor up. Keep Valor on the team. Goes into stealth. Interesting. We can actually pull him out of stealth. Oh, got the kill on Spy. This is feeling good. This is feeling really good. This is feeling really good, you guys. If we bring Plo in here, we might be able to get max banners. Let's bring in Plo. And basic. And finish him off. Oh, that's a good fleet battle. 70 banners. I was nervous. But you know why those geos didn't wreck our world is they did not have their abilities maxed out. Sunfac tried to stun our Houndstooth. He couldn't do it because he didn't have his stun ability maxed out. Spy didn't take Soldier into stealth because Spy's ability wasn't maxed out. Max out your ship abilities. It really makes your ships a lot better. All right, front wall. Let's go. I'm gonna get some water because I'm thirsty. Oh, these are not easy teams. But I'll tell you what this is. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to use a couple of our better teams. So, I feel like we could use our bounty hunters here. Han Solo is going to go first. If we bring in Watt and put the taunt on Bossk, Han Solo still goes before Watt. Watt gets a bonus turn, but Han always shoots first. So if Han Solo shoots Wat Tambor, then we could be in trouble. But I'm thinking that they might have their geos on the back wall. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm kind of expecting that. And our best bet against their geos is going to be our Padme team. So I think we continue with the risky counters here. We bring in our bounty hunters with Watt. And hope that Han Solo does not shoot Wat Tambor first. So we're definitely going to bring in Boba Fett. Whenever we bring in this team, I forget to see who's the weakest. Who's the weakest going to be? I'm not sure. Whoever the weakest is who we have to attack 10 times. Let's bring in an AoE. And let's bring in Zam for the heals. You guys want to bring in Mando? Mando's just so much more fun, right? He's way more fun. Brian Thompson says, I thought you said max out your ships instead of ships. Had me rolling. Oh my gosh. Won't Watt go before Han if he's faster? No, Coleman Traber. Han always shoots first. The only thing that will go before Han is a faster Han. Han will always shoot before Wat Tambor or, you know, the new Iden Versio who gets 100% turn meter. It doesn't matter. Han will shoot first. Han takes a bonus turn at the start of the encounter. During this turn, he ignores taunts and can only use his basic, but it will stun the target and it cannot be resisted. It's a fantastic, fantastic ability. Yeah, he will go first. He will go first. All right. So we're bringing in Mando because of the fun. Grand Arena is supposed to be fun. We're going to put the taunt from Wat Tambor on the Bossk. We're going to put the weapons tech probably on the Mando to give him a lot of turns. And we're going to hope that we make it out of here alive. You guys ready for this? Here we go. Who is Han going to shoot? That's the question. When CLS is on defense, you never know who Han is going to shoot. Here we go. Perfect. Bossk is perfect. Oh, that was the best choice. Okay, let's just make sure this is the taunt. Here we go. Put it on Bossk. Now, Bossk cleanses himself because of the tank tech. Awesome. And we're going to start off here. Now, Han Solo is the weakest. Let's go ahead and give the weapon tech to Mando. And let's call the mass assist on Han Solo. We cannot stun him because of guard, but we still should be able to get our contract. Now, right now, CLS could ignore taunt. So he's about to whip up on somebody. Let's go ahead and call Boba Fett for the assist here. The Boba Fett has a chance to double tap. That'll make more contract progress. CLS is about to go, and he got Mando out of there. Okay. Let's see here. Continue working on the contract. Mando still has 1 life to live, but he does not currently have critical chance up. Let's see. Can we get ability blocks out there? Got a couple. Got a couple. That ability block on old Ben was actually kind of clutch, because that way he couldn't put his ability block on us. All right, we're going to go after Chewie. I want to disintegrate Han if at all possible. I mean, Luke, if at all possible. I want to disintegrate Luke. It just feels like the right thing to do. It's probably the wrong thing to do for living. We're probably about to lose Mando to CLS again. We can do a big hit now that the... Ooh, nice. Can we stun CLS? Let's try to stun. Hot dog! Mando lives! Mando gets the weapon tech back because he died. He lost it when he died. Let's kill Chewie. This feels good, you guys. This feels good. Let's go after R2 because we definitely want to disintegrate CLS. Let's do it, you guys. Here we go. 1x. Oh, the dust. The dust that is left over is so awesome. All right, R2. All right, that removed our turn meter. Got some ability blocks. We're going to call IG. Why not? IG doesn't get a lot of love. Let's give IG a little love. Clear the debuffs there. I need to learn how to use Watt. I keep on reading his kit and then forgetting, you know, should I use the basic or should I use the special? And if I use the basic, who should I, you know, kill with it? All right, here's the thing. They just took some banners from us, which is unfortunate. But if we kill old Ben first, that'll heal R2 a little bit. And R2 will then, let's go ahead and put the health back, I don't know, on Boba. If we can, oh, don't kill him. We got to try to get our banners back. We're not going to get our banners back. That R2, oh, maybe, no. Maybe, we're hitting him with baby hits. All right, let's try this. Does this give us our banners back? Did he dodge it? No, we didn't get all our banners back. 64 banners, though. That's good. What are your thoughts on Grief? Do you intend to farm him anytime soon? I absolutely intend to farm Grief. Here's the situation. Yeah, bounty hunters look so fun. They are super fun. Here's the situation. Whenever I farm anything, I want to farm it on something that I also get something else on. And there's a couple different places to get Grief, but the place I want to get Grief is in Fleet, because Grief in Fleet will also give me the Rebel Y-Wing. Now, the Rebel Y-Wing is not something I'm planning to use soon, but it is something I want to use someday. So we can get him from light side hard right now, or we can get him from Fleet battles. We are planning to get him from Fleet for this reason, because we can get this bonus ship. In fact, I'm actually... One of the reasons, there's a couple reasons why I'm waiting on CLS, which is another team that I really want. One of the reasons I'm waiting on CLS is because the Bad Batch Echo is actually on the same hard node as Farm Boy Luke. Now, nobody in their right mind is going to farm Boy Luke from a hard node. But if I wait till Bad Batch Echo is double drops, then I can actually farm Bad Batch Echo, get a free Farm Boy, and use the Farm Boy to unlock CLS. Or rather, farm Farm Boy from hard nodes and get a free Bad Batch Echo. But I do not want to farm this node while there is a mismatch. Right now, I would get 1 Echo shard for every 2 Farm Boy shards that I got, and I just want to wait. A Bad Batch, I want them someday, like I want everything, but I can wait. I'm not in a hurry for the Bad Batch, and I'm also not in a hurry for CLS. I'm actually going to farm Farm Boy from this node, even though it'd be way faster to get him from the Cantina store, because it's going to give me a bonus Echo. So 30 player, I'm lucky Rebel Y-Wing is my farm right now, so I'm getting him. Yeah, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. What is this here? What is this here? We're having a blast, you guys. I cannot believe it. Rank 4! We got rank 4 in the Sith raid. Oh my gosh, this is what we want. This, look at this. Look at this. This is really gonna help us relic our characters. It's a beautiful thing. 3, 3, 2, 2. Or any fully crafted pieces? No fully crafted pieces this time. But look, it also helps us with mods. It helps us with mods. 40 of these. How many of those do we have? Okay, we got a bunch of those. That's not a big deal. No fully crafted pieces this time, but there's a chance for it. In the top 10, there's a chance for it. So good. Dr. Slide says Bad Batch Echo, definitely worth it though. Absolutely. Bad Batch Echo is a monster. He's like the thing that makes the Bad Batch team amazing. Okay. Let's do more on this Grand Arena. And then we gotta do not Lord Vader. I wish. Lord Vader character spotlight. Darth Vader character spotlight. Alright, what are we gonna use here? We wanna save our Padme, so that means we only have Jedi left, right? And it is not a good Jedi team. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to do the Jedi first, and if we fail, I'm not even going to really break down the team a whole lot. Obviously, this team can easily beat our Jedi team. Easily. But if we can get through it with our Jedi, that means we can save Padme for the back wall where the geos probably are. If we can't get through it with the Jedi, we'll just kill it with Padme, and then we'll have nothing for the back wall. Jedi Knight, Coleman Traber says, Jedi Knight Revan seems like a long way with your current focuses, yet you started Zalbar and Mission already. That's why I asked. Grief seems like a better tune to get sooner rather than the Jedi Knight Revan. That makes sense. I understand that. How would I explain that? I don't know. I mean, you know, Joe Lee, if I put the Zeta on him, he would help my current Jedi team quite a bit. And I just, when it comes to hard farms, I'm trying to think like a year in advance. It's like, if I want something a year from now, I'll start farming the hard farm right now, because then it's definitely going to be done by the time we get there. Somehow we went first. I'll take it. We can kill Ark without worrying about the sacrifice, because Fives does not have the Zeta. So we're going to start off with a basic with Yoda. That's going to give him 40% turn meter. Bastilla is going to call him to assist, which is going to give him 40% more turn meter, and then he gives buffs to the team. Now they're up and running. See, we actually killed Fives by killing Ark, which is super good. We're not going to do this ability right now because it will be resisted everywhere. We'll go ahead and get the taunt up instead. Let's... It kind of looks like he sacrificed. That's weird. Kind of looks like he sacrificed, but they don't seem to have a bunch of health. All right, let's go ahead and kill Cody. This is going well. I wasn't expecting it to go this well. All right, turn meter for the team. It still's not going to stick. It'll only stick on one guy. See, look at this right here, the situation, you guys. Yoda's basic. I know we did a character spotlight on Yoda a long time ago. Yoda's basic. He gets 40% turn meter if he attacks somebody that is above 50% health, which means they can't be yellow or red, they have to be green. If their health is green, Yoda's going to get a bunch of turn meter. So even though Yoda could finish this guy off right now, I'm not going to. I'm going to attack somebody with full health or with green health so that Yoda just gets more turn meter. Does that make sense? I'll try to finish somebody off without Yoda that is low health. Let's get this tenacity up off of you because that's annoying. See, in this case, we can do the AoE and finish him off. And then... let's go ahead and spread some foresight. We'll try to preserve our banners. We did not finish him off. And then I just did what I said I wouldn't do. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, that was trying to hurry too much. All right, let's see if we can get the stun. Got it. Now we can use this ability. Get the ability blocks. Take the turn meter away. AoE. Basic. He's gone. Does this do anything besides damage? Offense down? He's already got offense down. We'll just do the basic. Alright, let's spread what we got. Ability block would be good. No dice. Can we remove some turn meter? No, we cannot. Big hit from Mace. Alright, let's get a free hit on him, and then a basic. Ooh, we dodged thanks to the foresight. That would have been a kill. That would have been a kill and lost banners. Wow, we're doing really good with banners, you guys. I did not, and another 100,000 credits. I did not think we were going to get this lucky. And almost whatever he's got on the back wall, our Padme team should be able to handle it. Did we just full clear this guy? Did we just full clear this guy? He does not have geos on the back wall. All right. So we're going to do an underman Padme because we saved too much. What do you guys think? Just these three? Just these three? I'm kind of feeling this. This is probably our best chance. Or we could not bring Kenobi and bring Ahsoka instead. I think this is probably better. This way we have a little more damage. And Ahsoka's going to assist every time we do a special. Alright, I feel good about this. Man alive, it's already time for the stream to be supposedly coming to an end, but we're still going strong. We are still going strong. I apologize for everybody who's expecting the stream to be over at a certain time. Alright, let's see if we can start right off with getting hair out of here. If we do this AoE, they'll counterattack, but we'll get the bonus protection when they counterattack. So we're still at max banners currently. Currently still at max banners. It looks like Chopper's the next one to go. Okay. Let's get some protection up. Try to stay at that max banner. Max banners, preferably. Alright, let's see if this will just take Kanan out. No, it did not. These counterattacks are actually kind of preserving our banners. Yes, 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 yes. So far, so max. He's gone. AoE. More protection up. And this should finish it. Yes, 67 banners. Nice. Very nice. That's a full clear, you guys. That is a full clear against a tough opponent. Oh, I'm so happy with that. I am so happy with that. You guys are saying those three should be plenty, and Dr. Slides agrees. Johnny Ramirez says Ahsoka, so we had the same thought process. Brian Thompson says 3 hours. No, I'm not going to be going 3 hours. Rafael Monterio. Yeah, that's right. Hey, Padawan, I missed the stream again. I'll definitely watch it after. No problem. Thanks for stopping by. Well, I feel great about this, you guys. We got good banners everywhere. We got great banners on fleets. And I think he might struggle with our geos, and he might struggle with our fleets. I don't want to be arrogant, but I think we could put this as a win in the books. Free-to-Play Nation gets another win. And in order to finish up this stream strong, let's do our Darth Vader character spotlight. Now, we did a lot of kit reading tonight, and I know that can be boring. But we're about to do a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Let's look at his unique first. His unique says, no escape. We got the Zeta on it, okay? It's a great Zeta. You should definitely get it. But he doesn't need the Zeta to get the extra speed. Let's look at it without the Zeta. At the start of each encounter, Darth Vader gains 8 speed until the end of that encounter for each of the following: Empire ally, Sith ally, Jedi enemy, Rebel enemy. Now what this means, and this is something I didn't actually know until I'm reading this right now, it's specifically worded that he gains the speed at the beginning of the encounter and he keeps that speed until the end of the encounter. So if you're working on killing a Vader team and you try to kill Palpatine and Thrawn and other people on the team, that's not going to slow Vader down. it's not going to slow Vader down. So just remember that speed happens at the start of the fight and it goes throughout the entire fight. And then if you put the Zeta on, he gets a bunch of nice things. Darth Vader is immune to turn meter reduction and recovers 5% health and 2% protection whenever a dot expires. Whenever Vader activates Merciless Massacre, it dispels stealth from all enemies. This is how you kill that spy in the Geonosian team and a lot of other characters that are stealthed. This is a great Zeta, and you should definitely put it on Vader. All right, we'll talk about his leadership a little bit later. Right now, let's just talk about the ability of the hour, the Merciless Massacre. It is a book to read right here. Okay. Gain Merciless. If you use the Merciless Massacre ability and you have the Zeta, which you really need the Zeta. Let's do it like we did before. Let's take a look at it without the Zeta. You see what the Zeta adds. Zeta adds a book, and without the Zeta, there's no book. It's just a short sentence. So let's look at it without the Zeta. You gain Merciless for 1 turn, and you take a bonus turn after this one. What does Merciless do? Merciless gives you 50% offense, 50% critical chance, and 50% critical damage. So while Vader is in Merciless Massacre, he does a lot more damage, okay? Remember that, he does a lot more damage. Now let's add the Zeta. Instead of him just getting a bonus turn with extra damage, he now puts something on all enemies. All enemies gain Merciless Target, which cannot be evaded or resisted. All right, it doesn't matter if they have Foresight, Tenacity up, they're getting the Merciless Target. When Vader uses an ability, Merciless Target is removed from the target enemy, and Darth Vader takes a bonus turn. So this is basically taking his Merciless Massacre ability, where he gets 1 bonus turn, and it's turning it into as many bonus turns as there are enemies on the field. If the target did not have Merciless Target, Merciless expires, and Merciless Target is removed from all remaining enemies. This means that if you attack somebody while you're in Merciless Massacre that is taunting, but you've already attacked them once, the whole Merciless Massacre is over. Okay, so you want to make sure when you're using Merciless Massacre, if there's somebody on the enemy field that's taunting, you want to make sure that you click off of them after you attack them, because normally the targeting just switches for you and you can just click, you know, your basic or whatever you like to do all the way around the field. But if somebody's taunting, it won't shift off of somebody that's taunting, and it can mess you up. It can mess you up. Merciless, let's see here. Darth Vader can ignore taunt when targeting enemies with Merciless Target. And then this is something that Merciless does once you put the Zeta on. It gives you all the offensive buffs, same as before, but it also makes you immune to fear, stun, and turn meter manipulation. Why is this important? Because if Vader's doing a Merciless Massacre and he attacks somebody that counterattacks, that can stun. Let's say he attacks R2-D2 on the CLS team. The CLS team gives the Rebels counterattack, and R2-D2 can stun on its basic. So if R2 counters you while you're doing your Merciless Massacre, you cannot be stunned, which is very nice. If you attack Malak, if you hit a critical hit on Malak, then you get feared. But Vader does not get feared while he's in Merciless. And Darth Vader's bonus turns do not trigger other characters' effects based on bonus turns or turn meter. So this just means your Merciless is not going to be unexpectedly interrupted. But any character like Anakin, who gets a bonus turn whenever somebody dies or goes below a certain amount of health, he will interrupt your Merciless Massacre. He won't stop it. He'll get his bonus turn and then take his bonus turn, and then you carry on with your Merciless Massacre. So you got to watch out for Anakin with that. Darth Vader must target a unit with Merciless Target or a taunt effect. You can ignore taunt, and it takes a bonus turn when using an ability while attacking this target. So you just keep getting bonus turns until Merciless Target is gone from the field. Dr. Slide says Vader gains 16 speed from any units that are both Rebel and Jedi, like Old Ben and Ezra. That's absolutely true. And an Empire Sith ally like Palpatine or himself is also true. So Vader gets, let's go back to that ability, No Escape. He gets 8 speed for Empire allies and Sith allies, and it counts himself. So Vader gets 16 speed for himself, 16 speed for Palpatine, and 8 speed for the other 3 Empire or Sith members on his team. And then, just like Dr. Slides is saying, he can get up to 16 speed from each enemy character if they're both Rebel and Jedi. He can get a lot of speed from this ability. Definitely. Dr. Slide says non-Zeta Merciless is worthless. You don't get any Merciless bonus effects until the Zeta. It acts like a bonus turn that has an 8 or 9 turn cooldown. Yes, but it does. I mean, if somebody is like super early game and they don't have the Zeta yet, it does still give you the extra damage for that one shot. So in that case, if you don't have the Zeta, you want to use this as the Culling Blade throw on somebody to try to kill them, because you do get this extra damage without the Zeta. But the Zeta, you guys see, the Zeta gives you so much more. So let's go try him out. We're going to try him out in the Galactic Challenge because the Galactic War is just not going to be tough enough for him. Here it is. And my Vader's not super good, so we're going to go to like... We'll try tier 6. We'll try tier 6. Let's bring in our Palpatine Vader team. Now, he goes really well under Palpatine because if you guys remember from the Palpatine character spotlight, Palpatine's lead feeds the team a lot of turn meter based on debuffs. And so Vader puts out a lot of debuffs and he consumes debuffs. And consuming debuffs under the Zeta lead for Palpatine gives the whole team turn meter. All right, so we're going to open up with the Force Crush. What does Force Crush do? It deals physical damage and inflicts speed down and 3 dots for 2 turns. This attack cannot be countered, so it's good to use this ability on somebody who can counterattack. Arc Trooper can counterattack, so we're going to use it on him. Okay, now we go into Merciless. Now you see that Merciless target has been placed on all of the enemies. Now there's nobody taunting right now, so I cannot illustrate how you can make it go away accidentally. But there's a lot of things you can do within Merciless Massacre, and it depends on the strength of your Vader. My Vader right now has no strength, so we're using him as a control character more than an offense character. So what we want is we want to take advantage of his basic on everybody. The Terrifying Swing. It deals physical damage to the target enemy with an 80% chance to inflict ability block for 1 turn. It is increased to 100% chance if the target is Jedi or Rebel. And this attack cannot be evaded or resisted by Jedi and Rebel enemies. So with the rework that he got specific anti-Jedi and anti-Rebel synergy. It means no matter what your potency is, if you use a basic on a Jedi or a Rebel, it will inflict ability block on them. But these guys are neither Jedi nor Rebels, so we're just going to put a basic out there, and some of them are going to hit, and some of them are not going to hit. Now, right now, we have a situation where we can use Force Crush again. And if you're trying to set up for a big Culling Blade, then you would want to use Force Crush again because you would get more dots on the enemy. But since we're using him as a control character, we're using the Force Crush to get another free turn under the Palpatine lead. So our Merciless is now done. We're going to use Force Crush again. That's another free turn. And then the Culling Blade. I don't think we've talked about this. Culling Blade used to be Vader's big shot. It used to be the big hit that he did. And what it does is it's kind of like Spy's Silent Strike, okay? It deals physical damage to the target enemy. It dispels all the debuffs on them. It deals 50% more damage for each effect dispelled, increased to 100% against raid bosses, and it grants 100% turn meter if the target is defeated. This attack has 25% critical chance and cannot be evaded. So if they have foresight, it doesn't matter, it's still going to hit. And what it's going to do is it's going to consume all the debuffs on the character, and it's going to do extra damage depending on how many debuffs were consumed. So let's try it out. Okay. Did not kill him because my Vader is trash. Alright, so let's get through some of these other turns so that we can... Let's give the turn back to Vader. Now, right now, Vader has Death Mark, and that's because of the Galactic Challenge parameters that we have for this Galactic Challenge. Whoever goes first gets Death Mark. But hopefully that will not affect us. So right now, he's ability blocked. He's ability blocked. She is not. We're going to put the ability block on her. There we go. And now we're going to do the Mara Jade things that Mara Jade loves to do. Let's try to get some stuns. Let's get some other debuffs out there. Okay, now Vader and Thrawn work very well together because Vader puts a lot of ability blocks out there. And then Thrawn, on his basic, if you guys remember from our character spotlight, he stuns them if they're ability blocked. So he uses his basic and he stuns them. Now that can take a team from a few stuns to all stunned, which can really help control. Palpatine is a great control character, and Vader works really well because of all the debuffs that he puts. Let's do another Merciless Massacre. We'll do some more basics. And then we will do another Force Crush. And then we will try Calling Blade. 64,000, not bad for a Gear 11 Vader. Actually, that is kind of bad for a Gear 11 Vader. Oh well. Okay. So Vader has a basic that inflicts ability block. It does really well against Jedi and Rebels. He also has the Merciless Massacre, which is what makes him really special. He gets a bunch of bonus speed from his unique, which helps him to go first. And he works really well under a Palpatine team. Now let's say you have got your Vader relict and you want to try to solo with, I'm just going to put this on auto so we can try what the Vader lead is like. If you're trying to solo with Vader, or maybe Vader plus one other person with Vader in the lead, you need to know what the lead does. You need to know what the lead is like. Okay, so let's, I don't think we can do the same one because we don't have the control without the Palp lead, but let's just try. Let's bring in the Vader lead. Now, I do not have it Zetaed. The Vader lead Zeta is a very popular Zeta to put on, but unless you're soloing with Vader, or unless you're end game, I don't feel like it has as much use as his other two Zetas. Merciless Massacre and No Escape are definitely really good. But if you do not have the lead Zeta, what it does is it causes Empire and Sith allies to gain 30% offense and have a 25% chance to remove 10% turn meter when they damage an enemy. So it doesn't give you turn meter, but it takes turn meter away from the enemy. This turn meter removal cannot be resisted. And if we were to look at Vader, what does the Zeta do on his lead? The Zeta gives you an extra turn meter reduction chance, more turn meter reduction, and the dots never go away as long as Vader is alive, which is really interesting because when Vader does his Calling Blade, if you guys remember, he does damage based on how many debuffs they have, right? Well, if they have 10 dots on him and he throws his Calling Blade, it consumes the 10 dots, but then the 10 dots come right back, and then he does another Force Crush or two, puts dots on them some more. Next time they have 13, 15 dots. He does another Calling Blade. It does more damage. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what is this? Oh, Useful Pawn. This is because Mara Jade doesn't have Palpatine in the lead. Whoops. Oh well, okay, we're just going to leave it at that. Okay, now if we open up with a Force Crush here, we will not get a bonus turn. So when you're using the Vader lead, you definitely want to open up with Merciless Massacre, okay? And we're going to try to remove some turn meter from everybody by just damaging them all. There we go. And we're just going to go around and do our Merciless Massacre here. Now, you guys will notice as we do this fight that the Vader lead has way less control than the Palpatine lead. We're going to go ahead and try to remove some more turn meter by damaging people. We actually are going to remove... Whoops. I thought that was going to go to Tarkin because I forgot we weren't under Palpatine lead. You guys can tell I always use Palpatine lead. But with Vader lead, all these Empire characters are doing more damage, and they're also removing turn meter whenever they hit somebody, which is very nice. So what is the reasons to use Vader lead? There's two main reasons. One of them is if you're trying to solo with Vader, like I already said. Another one is, let's say your Palpatine Mara Jade team is so bonkers because Palpatine Mara Jade is a really strong combo. They don't even need Vader anymore. So let's say you said, okay, I'm going to build a whole nother team around another Empire lead. Vader lead is a really good choice to build an entire team around his lead, because if you put the Zeta on it, the dots will never expire, and you can cook up a really big culling blade, or you can cook sorry, I zoned out there for a minute. You can cook up a really big culling blade, or you can remove the turn meter from the enemy, give extra offense to your team. I know Darth Kimchi, who I particularly enjoy watching. If you guys haven't checked out Darth Kimchi, check him out. He does a bunch of roster reviews, and he just loves this game. He's super positive. It's awesome. He's got a really sick Vader, and he runs his Vader team separately from his Palpatine team. And his whole thing is to try to give Vader really good culling blades. I think he runs Vader. What's the new girl? Talon, Thrawn, and I forget who else he runs with them. Maybe Gideon. I think maybe Gideon. But the point is, he doesn't even make Vader goes first. He makes Mara Jade, not Mara Jade. He makes debuffs go out there on the field. Bastilla Jedi Fallen. That's who he runs with him. Bastilla Jedi Fallen, I think, put a bunch of debuffs out there so that when it comes to Vader's turn, he's ready to do a big hit. Okay, let's see here. I missed out on some of the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Let's close this out. Wow, you guys are really giving me a lot of chats. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I'm having to scroll down here to get down to where wow. Wow, you guys give me a lot of chats. All right, so anyway, we're talking about the Darth Vader character spotlight. We talked about the Emperor Palpatine lead. We talked a little bit about the Vader lead, and there are other Empire leads. And Vader's just such a great character. He's a good Sith character. He's a good Empire character. He fits in a lot of teams. And what people love him the most for is that he can solo the geos early on. All right, let's see here. I think I'm starting to catch up on the chat here. I did a little over scrolling here. All right, Dr. Slide says, in the current Galactic Challenge, with the death mark parameters, using units that are immune to taunt effects like SLKR is immune to death mark, making it easier for you to make the enemy team have death mark. Okay. All right. So SLKR cannot receive taunt effects, which means that when he goes first, that he won't get death mark, and they're probably going to get death mark. Okay, that's good. So what would that be? Mon Mothma, I think, is immune to taunt effects. No, she's just not targetable. I don't know. There's other characters out there. Yeah, definitely. Dr. Slide says, using units that take reduced damage from health, like all the Kylos and Malak, make Deathmark a joke as well. Definitely. Joseph Woolno says, hello there. Rafael Montero, wow, 120. Did you do it all with clones? Or not clones, geos? I did. I did it with geos in the top tier for that Galactic Challenge. Z-Tech says, Vader lead works pretty well for raids. One of the other officers in Jeddah uses Vader lead to put up some big numbers by stacking dots and hitting huge calling blades. So yeah, that's another thing. If you guys notice, when Vader got his rework, they tried to put some raid viability into his kit, and specifically synergizing with his leadership ability that makes the dots persist. Let's take a look at that. My game is deciding to be laggy again. We don't have to look far for Vader. He's right up at the top. Right here, this calling blade, it deals 100%. No, it deals 100% extra damage per debuff against raid bosses. So they tried to give. I mean, he always had raid viability, right? He was always good in the raids, but he was never great. This right here gives you the opportunity to make him great in the raids if you get his leadership ability, and then you bring other characters that can also apply damage over time. Like, for instance, I know a lot of us are not sitting on Lord Vader, the new Galactic Legend, but Lord Vader and Darth Vader, just the two of them, as far as I know, just the two of them can kill the whole Sith raid simply because of dots. Lord Vader puts irresistible dots on the enemy. Darth Vader's lead makes it to where they can never expire, and you just dot the bosses to death, throw the calling blades, and then go higher and higher damage. Higher and higher damage. Absolutely. Dom says this galactic challenge is annoying because of the turn meter feat. Yes, I actually, on the top tier of the challenge, I used my Gideon, who is 3 stars, gear 8, I believe. I had to use my Gideon to get that turn meter reduction challenge, which I'm glad you said something about it, because I just said I used the geos for everything, and I did not. I used the geos minus Sunfac plus Gideon in order to get that feat. Yeah, here's my Gideon right here. He does a really good job at the turn meter removal feat. Tarkin actually is another good one for the turn meter removal feat. He removes turn meter with his AoE. Let's see here. Oh no, Dr. Slides is saying that the Heroic Sith Raid, you can 3-man it with Lord Vader, Thrawn, and Vader. Okay, yeah, nice. Nice. He says the Galactic Challenge is insanely easy. He got max rewards with low gear troopers, but he did have a fast Piet and Gideon. But yeah, if you guys have troopers, you can definitely do this. I actually considered getting my troopers up high enough to maybe get one more crate higher. I think I am crate 8, and I was trying to get crate 9, but I'm gonna just hold off on the Imp Troopers. I want them very badly, like I want everything in this game, and they are on my plan, but just not yet. Johnny Ramirez says, can you talk about Vader mods? Thank you so much for the reminder. Let's talk about how to mod Vader. Now I'll tell you, Vader needs a lot in order to be perfect, right? He needs a lot in order to be perfect. He needs a lot of speed, he needs a lot of damage, and he needs a lot of, specifically offense. He needs a lot of speed, he needs a lot of offense. He needs crit damage and crit chance. He doesn't need crit chance as much anymore, and he needs potency, like a bunch of potency. So in order to get a perfectly Vader mod, it takes a lot of work. But if you think of Vader in one or two ways, think of yourself, how am I going to use my Vader? Am I gonna use him as a control character, like I do currently with a low gear Vader? He doesn't do enough damage to do much of anything, so I use him for control. But you want to make sure you mod him with enough potency to get those basics to land, and also the force crushes to land, get the debuffs out there, and keep the team under control. You want to mod him for a lot of potency. Regardless of how you mod him, you want the cross to be potency. And I apparently have a protection cross because I have not modded my Vader in a while. So maybe we should fix that right now. Let's remod our Vader together. We have 13 speed, but this is not a good mod for Vader. I got a little potency in here. Oh my gosh, I'm about to make my Vader even slower. Okay, I'm going to do it because I want to show you guys how to mod him. You definitely want a speed arrow or an offense arrow with a bunch of speed in the secondary. Right now we have speed with offense crit chance, and it is a potency mod. Here you want crit damage because with the new changes to Vader, he crits a lot more regularly, but he has less offense. So crit damage is a really good thing to put here. I have offense here because my mods are limited. But as you see, we have flat offense, speed, and potency. These are all good things to have. With Vader, protection doesn't matter so much. Why did I have a protection primary here? Let's see what else we have. It's probably because of the 14 speed, the potency, crit chance, and offense. These are all good Vader things. But when you have a protection primary, yes, I'm getting 3% potency from the secondary, but it could be like 20-something% potency. So let's see what we have here. Let's look for an offense type mod with a potency primary, and we're going to make it to where it can be on anybody because it's worth stealing a mod to put the mods on Vader because Vader's really good. Speed and potency in the... Wait, not the secondary. Potency in the primary. Speed and offense percentage in the secondary. Let's see if we can find such a mod. Anakin's got one of them, and it's garbage speed, but it's good offense. What's the other one? This must be why, you guys. This must be why I have a protection primary. I would lose 10 speed on my Vader if I put this on him. Alright, so I'm not going to put it on him because, like I say, well, he needs to be fast enough to go, or else the whole Grand Arena battle that we did earlier with him might not have played out. This is not an ideal mod. I'm going to leave this mod on him for right now because of the speed. He needs to be fast enough to take his turn for sure. Okay, and then here, health or protection primary doesn't matter. You want it to have speed, offense, and potency. Or any two of the three. Just do your best, you guys. You want him to go fast. You want him to hit hard. And you want him to be able to stick his debuffs. That's the long and short of it. You can mod him with a 4 set of speed and a 2 set of potency. You can mod him with a 4 set of offense and a 2 set of potency. You can mod him with all potency mods that have a lot of speed and offense on them. I mean, you can mod him any way you want, but the end goal is to try to be a hard-hitting, debuff-sticking, speedy Vader. That's what you're looking for in the end. Okay. So, you guys can see we tried with these mods, but our mods are just limited. Our mods are limited, but as Vader gets up in the gear, his speed will go up a little bit, and as we continue to develop our roster, we will continue to get mods. The nice thing about a mod like this, it might not be the right thing for Vader, but it is definitely a good mod for somebody, right? Somebody out there wants a protection primary with speed and potency and crit chance. Maybe Gas. Maybe Gas wants this mod. Maybe Jedi Knight Revan wants this mod. I mean, this is a good mod for somebody. It's just not the right mod for Vader. But we're going to leave it on there right now because it completes the offense set and it gives him a little bit of speed and such. So there we go, you guys. That is the Darth Vader, not Lord Vader, but Darth Vader character spotlight. You get him for free. Finish him in the fleet shop so that you can get him to 7 stars. He's good in the raids. He's great in Grand Arena as a control character. As a damage dealer, you can solo with him. If you get a very good Vader, you can solo with him. Maybe run, what I'm thinking of is this, you guys. I'm thinking I'm going to get my Empire Palpatine team without Vader. Get it set up to where it doesn't need Vader. And then I'm going to run Vader with Darth Talon as a 2-man with the Vader lead. In that case, I'll get the Vader Zeta, the lead Zeta, and then that way Vader will have extra speed from Talon. What else does Talon give Vader? Talon gives some good stuff. Let's see here. Sith. Here we go. And then Darth Talon. Is it probably proven loyalty? No, maybe I was just looking at it. Yeah, here it is. It's right here. Sith allies gain, if you get it maxed out, is the top. Oh, the top is an Omicron. Never mind. We're not going to max it out. At the start of battle, Sith allies gain max health, max offense, and 20 speed. That is so good for Vader. So good for Vader. So just that 2-man, just the Vader Talon combo might be enough to get through a lot of teams. Jana Ramirez says, thank you, Brian Thompson. Good night, everyone. And remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Only you can prevent forest fires. I love it. I love it, you guys. I had a blast tonight. We had a fun Grand Arena. We had an awesome live roster spotlight. What a fun night, you guys. I love this game. I hope that you love it too. If you have any questions or you want to talk with people in the community, join the Discord. The link is in the description below. I stream every Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. And I hope to see you there on my next stream, you guys. Let's see if I can actually get my Streamlabs to come up. And one thing in this crazy and cruel world that I want you guys always to remember is that Jesus loves you. We'll see you next time.